nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true.
Sometimes I crack.
Oh!
Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife. It's a way for everybody out there. Actually, no, not everyone, just us. And they, meaning YouTube.
They demonetizing everybody out there.
They demonetize everybody out there.
Just us.
Not just us, but a select few.
Just only us. We're the poor little broke children on YouTube.
Yeah.
We have to run around and beg people for like the second half of their popsicles at the ice cream truck. You know, the ones that pop in half.
Oh, the double?
Yeah, the little double popsicles. We're like, can we please have one of your popsicles? We got no popsicles.
I hated
like,
when
okay.
I got one of those popsicles with the cream in the center of it. Not a fan.
You mean like the orange ones?
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't
Those
like
are
that.
good.
No, if
Those
I
are
want a
creamsicles.
popsicle, I want a pure popsicle. On its own. I don't want some weird fluid in the middle of it.
It's creamsicle. It's ice cream.
No. So everyone, we are here, twitch.tv/Drunken Peasants. Thanks to some of you that are here for the first time. Thanks to all of you who have come here and hung out with us before. We normally do our post shows here every now and then. We are doing a full episode here tonight. And for those of you who didn't watch the video that I posted to YouTube earlier, tonight is fuck YouTube night. Fuck YouTube. I have given them literal years of my life. Okay? I have given them so much time, and they want to fuck with us like this. No more. We are here right now. We're going to do the full show here. Hashtag cancel YouTube. Hashtag fuck YouTube. Hashtag fuck that horse face bitch, Susan.
Ooh. Is she the one they named the Susie Q Hostess Pies after?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, damn.
No.
Those are devilishly delicious.
And we are gonna, we'll get into some videos, and we have some news articles, and we'll cover that. We'll cover that, and we'll also cover how YouTube screwed us. And yeah, if you want to subscribe, that's cool. We'll go over that, and donos later. We do accept donos, even though we're on a different platform. Donos still work the same.
Yeah, people want to know what this has to do with Shane Dawson.
I mean, only coincidentally, right after we covered Shane Dawson for the first time ever on the channel, this happened.
You think it's Shane Dawson's fault?
I don't know. I don't think that. No.
Did you hear he got demonetized, removed from the partner platform on all of his channels?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, NBC's reporting it. NBC News.
So it's actual news.
It's actual news.
Huh.
It's made actual news.
Yeah.
A lot has gone on in the last couple days. There's the Tati, the Tati Westbrook from the
But
makeup
here's the
community.
thing. All the Shane Dawson stuff was stuff he put out there publicly years ago. I like it how now, because it's not acceptable, all of a sudden they act like he just now did it because they just now remembered or realized that he had done it, even though it was in the public eye and he was making money off of it.
Do you know why? Do you know why they just now remembered?
Why?
Because Tati Westbrook is coming for the throats of Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson. She released an entire 40-minute video today.
I don't even know who that is.
Dude, she lives in Seattle.
Cool.
She's the makeup.
Oh God,
makeup guru, the maestro of the makeup community. She's like Tony Soprano with lipstick. She put a hit out on Shane Dawson. The entire world's crumbling down.
I saw on Twitter today, someone posted a picture of Shane Dawson and Susan Wojcicki hanging out together. And they were like reading a book that said tea on it or something. It's like, whoa. So they did personally know each other.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Susan said
So
that
all
Shane
of a s-
Dawson was her favorite YouTuber.
So
at one
all of a
point.
sudden, yeah, I believe you. I
Yeah.
believe you. I don't know how much time she actually spends watching YouTube. I think a lot of the time she pretends to know what the fuck she's talking about.
Yeah.
And in reality, she just sits back and works in the corporate side of it. If a lot of you are wondering why Billy's wearing a coat when it's almost July, it's because his shirt is green.
It's grind.
It's a darker green, but it's like a forest green.
It still gets lost in the
Little bit. It phases in and out of reality.
Yeah.
And thanks to all of you for the hype train, man. We never had a hype train during a regular show before, so that's cool. Yeah.
Arkhammond367 says, I'm surprised Billy isn't friends with Shane. We follow each other on Twitter. Is that good enough?
Yeah, so the regular show going to be back on YouTube tomorrow. We're doing 3 shows in a row this week. That's why we'd appreciate it if you help us with our goal up at the top there. But yeah, we're going back to YouTube again. This is just an act of personal defiance. YouTube won't even notice we're gone. They don't give a fuck about us.
Yeah, this will be uploaded to YouTube as well, right?
It will
As a
later.
premiere?
Yeah, it will later.
Yeah.
But you're catching it live here right now. We got a great turnout tonight, too. If you're not following us, please follow us. We're going to get into everything in just a minute here. We're kind of letting people adjust to the change right now. Enough of you. Oh, yeah, me too. But this is perfectly legal vape stuff.
For those of you.
We don't do illegal things. Oh, Asterios.
Two Guns No Ammo is just doling out the subs like a champion tonight. They've given 49 gift subs in this channel. Wow.
Had no idea.
Wow.
Thank you, Two Guns.
Bang, bang. Thank you. We definitely are prepared for the next 3 shows, and then we're going to celebrate 4th of July like true patriots.
You know, probably about half of the 4th of Julys in the last 20 years I've spent in Canada, believe it or not, because I'm usually there on July 1st, which, by the way, to all you Canadians, happy Canada Day, early Canada Day, because tomorrow's basically Canadian Independence Day.
I've spent a couple Canada days up in Canada.
Good time. Yeah, a lot of times I've ended up in Canada for Canada Day, and I'm like traveling back on the 4th all hungover.
I've spent Canada Day in Canada with our good friend of the show, Scott Hansen.
Yeah. 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 It's a good time. It's a good time up there. Canada Day was my grandfather's birthday, and we always used to have a big barbecue and shoot illegal fireworks off. So it's never been the same for me after he
Today is my
passed.
grandfather's birthday. He
Oh, yeah?
passed. Yeah, he
Really?
he'd be 89 today.
Really? Right?
Yeah.
A day before?
Yeah.
Okay. Or 5 days before mine. Yeah. Interesting.
My other grandfather's still alive. His name's Ben.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that your middle name?
My middle name's Ben. I'm
Yeah,
named after
yeah.
him. But my
Yeah.
first name's William, named after my grandfather that passed. So
Interesting.
yeah, it's just a DP grandfather episode. You're grandfathered in, everybody.
Yeah.
Good times, great oldies.
I want to remind everyone, if you're watching this on Chrome and it's not working that well, you should switch to the Brave browser where I know it will work better.
Brave. Yeah, use that Brave browser 100% of the time, 100% of your life.
Yeah.
It's that good.
Oh, and if you're someone who has any amount of followers here on Twitch, you can host us on your channel right now. That would be cool. That would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, I think we're going to do this now. And I'm sure we got a couple newbies that have never seen us before, because that just happens when you go to a new platform. So we're going to start it off right with our news segment. Here we go. We're going to start off now. Here is the intro for the news segment. I'm delaying right now while my computer catches up, and I act like I know what I'm doing. Here we go.
He called me sir, and got me so human angry.
People are discriminating against wolves. Wow.
They're laughing at us, at our stupidity.
And you better well learn to love it.
Woo! Okay. Here we are. DP Action News, everybody.
I'm gonna try and host DP from my Twitch.
Oh, your Magic Care
I'm gonna
Twitch
try from my
that you
Magic
haven't streamed
Care
on in
Twitch.
years.
Yeah, I don't know if this is. I
think you do.
Go to my channel in chat.
In your own chat / host, or is it? I don't know.
Type /host.
I think it's /host. I haven't
And
done
then Drunken Peasants. I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
I'm in my chat.
Wasn't there one year you tried to do that and you accidentally like hosted?
Because I did it in your guys' chat.
Oh, okay.
I did it backwards in the drunk.
And because you were a moderator, you were able to do that, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I let me see. Where is the chat at?
Oh yeah, Twitch has gotten kind of like they move things around recently.
I don't even know how to get my own chat open.
You boomer.
I know, dude. Boomer. This is how long it's been since I go to my channel. Can I
so, because we do this show, the first thing I do every morning when I wake up is turn on the news. I turn on the actual antenna TV. Like I have an antenna hooked up to my TV, and I watch either the local news or the national network news just to see what's going on there. And this was the first news story I saw today, and I feel bad for laughing at this video because it's awful, but it's also hilarious. Here it is. Guys, not everything has to have a picture taken of it, okay? When you're touring a wild area with wild animals, you don't have to get out and get close to them to take a selfie with them, okay? Check this out.
No photo is worth what happened to a 72-year-old California woman at Yellowstone National Park. When the woman approached as close as 10 feet to snap photos, the wild...
10 feet. She got 10 feet close to a wild bison, okay? Okay? Bigger than a normal cow. And watch this shit. This is hilarious.
Bison that she was taking pictures of gored her multiple times. She was airlifted to the hospital for treatment.
Gored believer?
It's just another reminder of how dangerous
gosh.
bison can be. Remember this video from last summer? A 9-year-old
you know
girl.
What? This was stock footage. So this isn't the old woman getting gored, but this is footage that they've been showing, I guess, since there's no video.
Miraculously escaped serious injury
Watch.
when a bison charged her and threw her high
you see that?
into the air. Notice the adults who were with her took off running in the other
So
direction.
that was a kid. So that kid probably bounced back from it pretty easily.
Kids are pretty.
But that was a 70-year-old
durable.
woman, they said today, that got hit. So
Now,
Ride of her
bison are
life.
calm, but they can get very...
It's like the dumb lady that was taking a selfie and like got grabbed by the tiger or whatever it was. Or maybe it was just a cougar, but yeah, a big cat grabbed it. Why do people want to do this? Or the people that fall into Grand Canyon trying to get a cool selfie of themselves in front of the canyon. It's not worth it. It's not even worth it if you're an Instagram model.
I don't know. I'd like to see an Instagram model catch the gore. That'd be pretty funny. All the Instagram models that were taking pictures in front of like the protests and stuff, they'd hop out of their car and be like, Black Lives Matter, then get back in their car and drive away with their fucking $9 Starbucks. It was very cute.
We got a couple news stories we're going to go over. This one, and we have a follow-up on this, but we should look at this one just for the base of the story.
I heard
here.
the follow-up. It says Russia secretly offered Afghan militants bounties to kill U.S. troops, intelligence says. The Trump administration has been deliberating for months about what to do about a stunning intelligence assessment. So this came out, in March?
Did it?
I thought it was March. And now they're 3 months late. And didn't COVID come out in December and they started dealing with it in March? Is our president just 3 months behind everything?
We didn't start having confirmed cases in the U.S. until like January or February, and then people started dying like in early March, late February. But yeah, part of me is like, I totally believe this. Because Russia was caught up in Afghanistan for a very long time before the U.S. went there. So, and in many ways, we were still at odds with one another. And they were still at odds with Afghanistan. But they probably had connections with some of the people we were fighting against there. But another part of me thinks this is just the Democrats doing Russia type shit. I don't know.
Yeah, we have the follow-up? Like, was this all debunked already? Or?
I don't know. Let's... okay. So, White House aware of Russian bounties in 2019.
Okay. I thought they were aware in March, but this is even earlier. Top officials in the White House were aware in early 2019 of classified intelligence indicating Russia was secretly offering bounties to the Taliban for the deaths of Americans a full year earlier than has been previously reported, according to U.S. officials with direct knowledge of the intelligence. The assessment was included in at least one of President Donald Trump's written daily intelligence briefings at the time, according to the officials. Then National Security Advisor John Bolton also told colleagues he briefed Trump on the intelligence assessment in March 2019. So that's the March I was thinking of. Not March of 2020.
Oh, okay.
March of 2019.
I have to wonder if this was going on while the Afghanistan war was at its peak, like 2010, 2007, like around that time. Shit was at its peak in Afghanistan. And then after Obama started drawing them down about halfway through his first term.
The White House did not respond to questions about Trump or other officials' awareness of Russia's provocations in 2019. The White House has said Trump was not, and still has not been, briefed on the intelligence assessments because they have not been fully verified. Okay. They haven't been fully verified.
No, I mean, how much shit has been fully verified even in today's day and age where you don't know what's fake news?
Well, Hans Blix took us to Iraq before it was fully verified. We were like, let's go. Let's go take out Saddam Hussein. He's got WMDs. North Korea? We've been there. Trump visited there. We don't even know what the hell's going on. However, it's rare for intelligence to be confirmed without a shadow of doubt before it is presented to top officials. Bolton declined to comment Monday when asked by the AP if he had briefed Trump about the matter in 2019. On Sunday, he suggested to NBC's Meet the Press that Trump was claiming ignorance of Russia's provocations to justify his administration's lack of a response. He can disown everything if nobody ever told him about it, Bolton said. The revelations cast new doubt on the White House's efforts to distance Trump from the Russian intelligence assessments. The AP reported Sunday that concerns about Russian bounties were also included in a second written presidential daily briefing earlier this year, and that current National Security Advisor Robert O'Brien had discussed the matter with Trump. O'Brien denies he did so.
I trust a man named O'Brien. That's
the Star Trek guy?
Yeah, I always do, too.
You like that guy. Do you like potatoes, O'Brien?
Oh, yeah, it's delicious.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's a good way to have.
It's like hash browns almost.
Yeah, with a little bit of peppers and stuff.
Peppers and onions.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah, I like myself a good boxty cake too.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, dude, it's an Irish potato pancake.
Huh.
And I think we've talked about this before, but we talk about a lot of shit, so it's easy to forget. It's like in the center, the potatoes are like mashed, but then on the outside they take shaved potatoes, like they use like a cheese grater to grate them. And then they mix them together, and then they fry them in a frying pan.
Sounds pretty good.
It's really... And scallions. They put scallions in it.
I like scallions.
Yeah.
I'm a scallion man. On Monday night, O'Brien said that while the intelligence assessments regarding Russian bounties have not been verified, the administration has been preparing should the situation warrant action. The administration's earlier awareness of the Russian efforts raises additional questions about why Trump did not take any punitive action against Moscow for efforts that put lives of Americans service members at risk. Trump has sought throughout his time in office to improve relations with Russia and its president, Vladimir Putin, moving earlier this year to try to reinstate Russia as part of a group of world leaders it had been kicked out of. Officials said they did not consider the intelligence assessments in 2019 to be particularly urgent, given that Russian meddling in Afghanistan is not a new occurrence. The officials with knowledge of Bolton's apparent briefing for Trump said it contained no actionable intelligence, meaning the intelligence community did not have enough information to form a strategic plan or response. However, the classified assessment of Russian bounties was the sole purpose of the meeting. Interesting. They didn't have enough intelligence to make a response or a plan, but the meeting was all about them. So did they just not know what the fuck to do?
They were like, there's a lack of intelligence here at the White House.
Yeah.
We have an overall lack of intelligence here at the White House.
That's too bad. They sat down for this meeting. They realized there was a problem. The president's like, well, we can't deal with this without pissing off my buddy Vladimir Putin. So let's figure out. We'll make a plan or response if we can do it without pissing off my good friend Vladimir Putin, who's got tapes of one president.
I don't know if that's true.
I don't think it's true either.
Yeah.
You know, our boy Donald Trump got banned off of Twitch.
Off of Twitch.
Off of Twitch.
Yeah.
He can't be here right now.
Yeah.
You can't be live with us, Donald Trump.
He'll sign an executive order to have him put back on Twitch.
I'd like to be Twitch. I'd like to be sub-botted on Twitch. Get all the viewers.
I got all the good viewers on Twitch.
The officials insisted on anonymity because they were not authorized to disclose the highly sensitive information. The intelligence that surfaced in early 2019 indicated Russian operatives had become more aggressive in their desire to contract with the Taliban and members of the Haqqani Network, a militant group aligned with the Taliban in Afghanistan and designated a foreign terrorist organization in 2012 during the Obama administration. The National Security Council and the Undersecretary of Defense for Intelligence did hold meetings regarding the intelligence. The Pentagon declined to comment on the NSC, did not respond to questions about the meetings. So we don't really know what went down. They had a whole ass meeting about it. Couldn't come to any terms.
I guess we'll see what
I
happens.
thought there was a follow-up that like dealt with all this, but I guess not.
We're 5 months away from election time, assuming no one finds a reason to delay the elections. So I kind of take any news about the sitting president, good or bad, with a grain of salt, unless they have like the video of him strangling a toddler or something, like I don't know. All I know is I don't like Trump. I don't need something like this to have me not vote for him. Like, I already don't like him in general. So I'm not voting for him no matter what they say. But I'm still skeptical about this kind of stuff. Yeah, in a foreign theater of war, a country that's kind of our friend, kind of our enemy, secretly hired Islamic militants to kill our soldiers. I mean, it's not impossible, but I don't understand what would Russia have to gain from that? Russia was fighting the same people. Well, I guess it was the Soviet Union that was doing it. But yeah, I mean, the Soviets were fighting the same people essentially in Afghanistan for years prior to that. And we were arming them. That's where the Taliban got a lot of their weaponry, was because for years, the United States has always done this, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, dumb shit. And that's how we always get into trouble. That's how Saddam Hussein had all the weapons to fight us with.
Yeah.
Because they were enemies of Iran first, and we didn't like Iran. So we armed them.
And then we stopped giving them any sort of aid. They just have a whole bunch of guns.
Yeah.
And they go use those guns to try and get something.
Yep.
Feed their little babies with.
And then there's the videos of them training on the monkey bars. You know when someone trains with monkey bars, something's up.
I wasn't ever did monkey bars, so that's how you know I'm not a killer.
I wouldn't fuck with anyone who trains on monkey bars.
I was never going to do monkey bars as a kid because I wanted to be a sweet boy when I grew up.
Oh, plus you were so tall. You couldn't
I
fall
was so
off
tall, I was like, why do I want to reach down to climb these monkey bars? It sounds like a waste of time.
Oh, my God. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. What else we got? You see this? There's a Christopher Columbus statue in Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah. Can we rename Columbus Boyardee, Ohio?
They want to replace the Christopher Columbus statue with Chef Boyardee.
Yeah.
A more respectable Italian American.
Was he?
Well, actually, Christopher Columbus was never an American, by the way. He only sailed here a couple times. And it wasn't even it's, you know what? It's so dumb. I mean, we could ignore this story completely and get into all the reasons why the worship of Christopher Columbus is total garbage. He didn't discover the United States. He landed in what's basically Haiti at this point. Haiti/Dominican Republic. So pretty far away, out into the ocean. But for some reason, at some point in history, Italian Americans wanted their folk hero to have a place in U.S. history and for us to have a federal holiday for him. I mean, what he did was brave, but is he this hero? No. Not at all. Yeah, I say go ahead. Put the Chef Boyardee statue right next to Arnold, because they have a giant bronze Arnold statue in Columbus too.
Yeah, why not have all the great
great immigrant
heroes?
Yeah.
Chef Boyardee, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Can we throw one up of I don't know. Crocodile
you know
Dundee?
what? This isn't in Columbus. This is in Cleveland. My bad. This is in Cleveland.
A petition is circulating online to replace the statue of Christopher Columbus in Cleveland's Little Italy with a statue of Ettore Boiardi, otherwise known as Chef Boyardee.
Why did they change the spelling of his name?
To pronounce it.
Boyardee.
Because Americans...
Boyardee.
Americans can't pronounce that. They'd be like, what's Boyardee?
Well, when you speak Italian, you have to move your hands a lot, too. They move their hands when they talk a lot.
Yeah, I did an Italian girl once.
You know, in Italy, when something tastes good, instead of going, you go like that. Yeah, seriously. Seriously.
Do you smile when you do it, or do you just look like a psychopath? I'm like, that was really good, guys.
Yeah.
It's really good.
The weird things you learn. Anyway.
Boyardee. The petition states Columbus is not someone we should celebrate. He was a racist monster who initiated the genocide against indigenous Americans. So we have to take down all the president statues, too?
There's a lot of presidents that took part in that, too. Probably even worse than Columbus. I mean, him finding this part of the world definitely assisted a lot, but he wasn't trying to find a place to wipe out the indigenous population. He wanted the money and fame that came with discovering a new area or finding a quicker way to get to the East Indies.
He wanted them spices.
Right.
Them spices.
Yeah, they didn't know there was a giant landmass between Europe and Asia and the ocean. So he was expecting to find a quicker way to Asia, basically.
If Italian Americans in Cleveland want to celebrate one of their own, they need to look no further than the iconic Ettore Hector Boiardi, a.k.a. Chef Boyardee. The petition goes on to say, Chef Boyardee has a rich history in Cleveland. According to Case Western Reserve University, Boyardee began cooking in Italy at 10 years old. He left for New York in 1914 and then came to Cleveland 3 years later, where he worked as a chef at Hotel Winton. This is where his spaghetti dinners took off in the Midwest. In 1924, Boyardee and his wife opened their first Italian restaurant. Their dine-in and carry-out operation expanded into factory production in 1928, which is when Chef Boyardee took off.
Yeah, he innovated canning pasta. Like, the whole canned pasta thing started with him.
They're like, Chef Boyardee.
When I was a kid, I loved it, and I tried to eat it like 10 years ago, and it was the most disgusting thing I'd ever...
What'd you have?
Chef Boyardee, meatballs and spaghetti.
But...
You know, similar to a spaghetti.
The ravioli can's okay.
Ugh.
It can's okay.
No.
I used to eat a lot of Chef Boyardee raviolis.
I used to eat a lot of it.
Overstuffed, because they advertised it on wrestling, so I bought it. I was like, oh, yeah, it's overstuffed sausage ravioli. Stone Cold was on wrestling talking about it.
He's in good
Foley,
shape.
Mankind, I'll buy this. I'll eat this.
You know, speaking of immigrants coming to the United States, did you know that Trump's grandfather came from Germany, and the first place he came was Seattle? Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah, he opened a store in downtown Seattle that's now in Pioneer Square, that's now a parking lot. And he got kind of chased out of town because he made some enemies. So he went up to this place called Monte Cristo that's now a ghost town. That's like 35 miles east of Everett. And opened the first ever Trump hotel, which was also a whorehouse at the time. And yeah. And then something happened where he tried to go back to Germany, but they wouldn't let him back in.
They're like, no. We kicked all the Nazis out.
No. This is before Nazis.
Yeah.
This was before.
Oh, no. We're Nazis now. You can't.
This is like late 1800s, early 1900s.
Ah, that's way far back.
Yeah. It's Donald Trump's grandfather.
Trump.
He because back then you had to like put in a certain amount of military time in Bavaria. And he didn't do that. He just came to America, and then he tried to come back, and they're like, no, you can't come back. You got to go back. Now you're an American.
You fucked up.
And when he came back, he settled in New York this time. And this is the craziest thing. Trump's grandfather died of the Spanish flu when he was 40-something. Trump's grandfather died of the pandemic that happened about 100 years ago.
Damn.
Yeah. But Trump was quoted back in March saying he didn't know people could die of the flu. You can look that up. And there's a bunch of articles. I just happened to watch this documentary about Trump the other night. And I looked it up. And back in March, Trump was like, I didn't know people could die of flu, back when the coronavirus thing was getting big. And people are like, your grandfather died of the flu. Your grandfather literally died of the flu.
Oh, he wouldn't been alive for that, right?
No, he wasn't alive for that.
Yeah.
His son was like 11 years old or something, Trump's father.
Yeah.
So.
Which doesn't Trump have an 11-year-old son right now?
He has a 13-year-old son.
13, shoot. That's a little far off. And this isn't the Spanish flu. This is COVID-19, not technically a flu, right?
Well, no, but he was talking. Someone mentioned to him that a decent amount of people die of the flu every year because he was trying to down talk. He's like, oh, it's basically the flu. And people were like, well, people die of the flu too. He's like, I never heard anyone dying of the flu. It's like literally like someone a direct ancestor of yours died of it. And if he would have died of it like before your father was born, you wouldn't even exist. Actually, if he would have got kicked out of Germany and sent back, there'd be no Donald Trump.
Damn it. Fucking Germany fucking shit up all the time. This is Germany's fault.
Yeah.
We took care of Germany. Now they're just about their schnitzels and their cars.
Yeah, anyone can look it up. Trump's grandfather was Frederick Trump. Also the name of his father.
Frederick?
Yeah, but it was spelled the German way, like Friedrich, like that.
Frederick.
Frederick Trump died of the flu pandemic. What was it? 1919, something like that.
Yeah, 1919.
Something like that. Yeah. And then Trump's father started the business when he was like 12, 13 years old. And Trump's grandmother basically gave Trump's father all the money he needed to start this business. Trump's father was actually really smart, but not a good public speaker, like a quiet kind of guy.
Yeah.
So
he looked like a villain. The pictures of him and his mom, it looked villainous.
Yeah.
I was like, that's strange.
Trump had an older brother too that died of like alcohol poisoning.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
I heard that was his dad.
It's Frederick Trump the third.
The third.
Yeah.
Was his dad very hard on his children?
No, he seemed like really normal.
Okay.
And they said he was like the brains behind everything, but he wasn't that good at captivating a crowd. So when Donald Trump got old enough, that's why he got pushed up front in the business like that. Because Frederick Trump was alive all the way up until 1999. So even in the 80s and 90s, when Donald Trump was the public face of the Trump company, Trump's father was still there in the background, kind of like making decisions.
Yeah. I heard a story that Trump's father was very like mean to his children and that he was very cutthroat and raised them to be very cutthroat. I guess that was all.
Not the one I watched, but who knows? Yeah. I mean, people have different opinions.
Because I heard when his brother passed that it was.
Someone in the chat just said Trump's dad wasn't smart. I'm pretty sure he designed his first house at the age of 13 years old. Like he already knew how to draw blueprints and shit before he was even a legal adult.
I designed my own house when I was 13 too. It had a place for the rocket ship and it had like a pool of sharks around it. It was a sweet little house. I bet you his house didn't have an alligator tank in it.
Okay.
When I was 13, I had dreams, man. It's not my fault old me didn't hold up his end of the bargain.
Was it in crayon?
Yeah.
Crayon.
No, I had Crayola markers, dude.
Crayola.
I used a blue marker. That's how blueprints are done, right? I was a genius.
Check this out.
Missouri woman claims she blacked out before praising KKK in tearful apology, but nobody's buying it.
Yeah, like I see all these videos with people being disgusting racists.
Yeah.
And they know there's a camera in their face and they just double down on it.
Oh yeah.
You know, they say the N-word twice as much.
Did you see the Trump?
Oh, I blacked out.
Did you see Trump repost the video where the guy's like straight up claiming white power at the end?
Yeah, I saw that.
That was nuts. And then it took him 3 hours to take the video down because he was golfing. Like that's some white privilege where your president can repost a white power video and not take it down for 3 hours because he's too busy golfing.
He was retweeting all that QAnon trash too.
Yeah. A Missouri woman identified as Kathy Jenkins, who was caught on video displaying the Confederate flag at a protest and saying, "I will teach my grandkids to hate you all." Oh, my God. Before raising her fist and saying KKK belief from the back of a truck, apologized tearfully via web chat. Fuck this.
Do they think no one's going to notice? I don't understand this shit.
She spoke with KOLR 10 reporter David Chasanoff. You can see the interview here. So she was pro KKK, and I heard that the KKK is actually for the first time ever to protest this COVID thing. They're mandatory no masks at their meetings because they don't want to support the idea that COVID is a real illness.
The KKK is a joke anyway. Like I mean, maybe in the 50s and 60s and 70s it actually had some power and influence. Now it's a few rednecks sitting around goofing off. It's ridiculous. So no one should take them seriously. And I think like when they do a little march and shit, if we just ignored them, it would hurt them more than giving them attention.
Or if we had emergency gay pride parades to coincide with the marches, that'd be pretty lit.
Yeah.
Just come out and do like fire dancing with
I
all
want
your
drag
leather
queen
suits.
story hour.
Yes. At the KKK rallies.
Yep.
Sit down with a drag queen, read them stories of like strong community leaders of not of privilege, you know.
Michael Moore did that to the
communities.
Westboro Baptist people.
Yeah.
He like followed them all around town and showed up with a bunch of drag queens.
I tried to do that to them. They kept disappearing when we were down there.
Michael Moore tipped them off.
Yeah, dude, like they were all on a corner with their huge signs. Joe and I showed up within 45 seconds of us pulling up. They had turned their signs into like shields and they formed a phalanx formation, blocking themselves off from us. And one by one, put their signs in the back of their truck as the phalanx dwindled down. It like started off like as a big long.
It was rehearsed.
Yeah, big long shield, and then as one shield went in, it would go small, 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 small. The signs blocking them until it was one person with a sign, and they'd all been in the truck, and that person got in with a sign and drove away. It was crazy how like rehearsed and militant they were with disappearing. They were prepared for any sort of press.
It's crazy how a bunch of them are lawyers too. Like they got their shit together. For being disgusting bigots, they really got their shit together.
I'm not even convinced they're disgusting bigots.
Oh, you think it's a troll?
I think it's because they are lawyers. What they do is they go to these cities and they use their rights to protest, and then when their rights are infringed on, they sue the cities, and they make tons of money.
You know what though? Like Fred Phelps actually fought a few civil rights cases.
He was a huge member of the ACLU.
Yeah, against racism even.
Yeah.
That was the one funny thing, because I saw Shirley Phelps Roper argue with some neo-Nazi or something at one point, and like there was the one time I agreed with the Westboro Baptist Church because they were like, "You're a racist. You're going to hell." They were like, "God hates racists." I'm like, I actually agree. I don't believe in God.
Yeah,
but, you know,
they're so strange.
Yeah,
it's so strange.
Yeah, it was pretty ridiculous. But yeah, let's get into this a little more. I blacked.
Yeah, she claimed I was chanting Black Lives Matter, and that's not even on video.
There's no way you were chanting Black Lives Matter while you're holding a Confederate flag. You lying sack of shit. If you don't want to get like your views are your own. You can think them in your own mind all you want, but when you're on video at a rally saying this shit, it's the cat's out of the bag. Everyone's gonna know. You can't hide. You might as well own it at this point.
It's like I blacked out. I don't even remember. Jenkins also claimed she was in the parking lot of a Branson, Missouri business, Dixie Outfitters, with known ties to the KKK, to simply observe the Black Lives Matter rally in March. Not as a counter-protester like the others around her. She was there that day with a camouflage Make America Great Again hat and holding a Confederate flag like the memorabilia sold by Dixie Outfitters. Oh, geez, I forgot to bring my Black Lives Matter T-shirt. I need to wear something. Can I get
I'll
that?
just drape myself in the stars and bars.
Yeah, can I get that stars and bars flag and then maybe a MAGA hat? Is that cool? She said, I've never been to one. I just wanted to see what the rally was all about. Well, you bought the wrong merch. You bought from the wrong vendor. Toots. Jenkins claimed she was observing from across the street, then sat in the truck bed of someone she didn't know, and someone else she didn't know handed her a Confederate flag. I'm sorry.
Someone she didn't know.
Yeah.
How often do you do that? I thought I was tailgating.
Yeah. This is like when you go pick up your 15-year-old daughter from a party and she's shit-wasted puking. And she's like, I just wanted to go to the party and then somebody handed me a drink. And then I did a couple cake stands and then I needed to call you for a ride home, Mom. No, you were fucking kicking it.
Yeah.
You got caught. Jenkins claims she was observed across the street, handed her a Confederate flag, which she told KOLR 10 she thought was just a symbol of unity. I just thought it was a symbol of unity. Then after chanting in support of Black Lives Matter, she blacked out and shouted about teaching her grandchildren to hate the black rally goers and in support of the Ku Klux Klan.
So was it, I mean, what caused this blackout? Can we get some sort of medical explanation?
I think it might have been, what's it called? Trump hysteria? Is that what people have now?
Well, they call it Trump derangement syndrome.
Yeah, Trump derangement syndrome.
But I feel like the people that make excuses for Trump and try to make it so that he's never wrong about anything actually have the Trump derangement syndrome.
Oops.
Like the QAnon people.
Yeah. Jenkins claimed the blackout was a result of being confronted. I hadn't said anything until they came into my face. It's like I blacked out. I don't even remember saying half the stuff that I said. What about the other half? Despite not knowing what she said, Jenkins added about her KKK comments, I wasn't saying I'm KKK or for the KKK. I was mocking them because I don't like being called a racist.
Are they saying boo or boo earns?
Boo earns.
Boo earns.
Yeah. I took an Ambien before I went down to the Klan rally. People weren't quite buying her story. Let's see what P3 Politics has to say. Kathy Jenkins knew what she was doing. Kathy Jenkins will still teach her grandkids to hate you all. Kathy Jenkins is only sorry because she got caught.
Absolutely. That's the best way to sum it up.
I don't represent hate, Branson woman apologizes after viral video.
People always do that. This isn't who I am. Then why did you willingly do this shit of your own free will? Yeah, look at you, you fucking hag. Holy shit.
Why would a single black family ever feel safe at your hotels when you have Miss KKK Kathy Jenkins as a manager? So I guess like they were trying to go after her job and the hotel was like supporting Juneteenth. And they're like, oh my God, look at, what is she, how do you black out? How do you black out?
Yeah, she just blacked out.
I just went in the back of someone's, oh, look at that cop there too.
That nice gentleman with the Confederate shit all over his pickup truck.
Hello, Sarah Kathy Jenkins, you look tired. Come have a seat on my totally unified, showing solidarity to the movement truck.
I guarantee you, she knew this person. She probably came with them.
Who knows? That cop there looks like he's tired of it. He's like, geez, I just want to go back to committing crimes against humanity.
Did you hear about the rally in Olympia that Sacha Baron Cohen showed up?
I heard about it, yeah. He paid like a huge amount to have 50 security members, like a random donor to have 50 security members to show up, and they were like, they paid for it, and then he like took over singing along like some racist stuff.
He was dressed in like overalls with a big fake redneck beard and a big hat. He looked like a hillbilly that drinks moonshine almost. And he was singing this song, and I don't even want to play it on Twitch because it gets worse and worse and worse.
Oh,
as it
wow.
goes on about like kicking Asians out of the country and all kinds of like.
And the security was like there, not letting them shut him down.
Right.
It was crazy.
Yeah. And then later on, he showed up in a different costume and interviewed everybody, but they didn't even know it was him. That dude is hilarious.
Yeah, he is probably the closest thing to amazing that we have in entertainment today. I think he is next level. He'll probably be taken down one day by CIA operatives. Hello, I recently saw an extremely disturbing news ad featuring one of your managers, Kathy Jenkins, waving a Confederate flag while yelling extremely racist statements at Bison protesters.
They always find out where they work.
Is that what your organization represents? If Kathy loses her job, something tells me the place she was standing in front of, this got KKK ties, they'll probably hire her, right? That's the thing about all this. People who get hate canceled like this, all the people who actually support hate end up making GoFundMes and stuff for these people. They make huge amounts of money. They land on their feet because there is a whole lot of racism out there that's like,
I know there's a job. There's a job for her in Missouri, actually.
Oh?
Yeah, there's this big fat sea cow that lays in bed all day that needs to be turned over every few hours so he doesn't get bed sores.
No.
Yeah. And these are his people.
No.
So, yeah, he supports them.
No.
What?
Her actions will tell if she's truly sorry. Let's see what she does for Black Lives Matter. Oh my God, what if she went completely opposite and started marching Black Lives Matter and became like the Contra Karen that just like dropped all her racism and became like a super advocate and brought over all those weirdo fucking white moms to the good side?
There are people who are some of the biggest vocal activists against hate speech that used to be members of neo-Nazi groups in the KKK.
Yeah.
Like I saw one of the guys Howard Stern used to have on all the time, like left and it now speaks out against it.
Yeah, I like those memes of like people who look like they might be in the back of the truck with her and they have like a sign, they're like, sorry I'm late, I had a lot to learn. And I'm like, damn, that says a lot.
All right, I got another weird story. Here it is. This makes me ashamed of my home state.
Uh-oh. Ohio Little Caesars delivers pizza with pepperoni swastika. Oh, my God. I saw this. This is like, why?
It confuses you because pepperoni pizza is delicious.
And it's also, well, I don't know. Is Caesar?
Caesar was Greek or Roman.
Roman. And then pizza's Italian.
Yeah.
They
Rome
probably,
is in Italy.
They probably all would have been on the side of the swass, right?
I don't think so.
Wasn't Italy one of the axis of evil?
You're talking about like 1,000 years difference.
Okay, but
or more.
Weren't the Romans the one that strung up our
neighbor?
Cool.
Happy day, oh happy day. Weren't the Romans the ones that strung up G's?
They were enacting Jewish law.
Okay, then they're the good guys. An Ohio couple ordered a pizza and was horrified to open the box to find its pepperoni arranged as a swastika.
Seriously
according to a
though,
report.
blasphemy was punishable by death in ancient Israel. And some guy going around, everyone's claiming he's God, is blasphemy. So that's why he was put to death.
Based on the story, yeah.
And yeah, I don't even believe any of that happened. I don't believe Jesus even existed.
Yeah.
But that's how the story went. And at the time, Israel was occupied by the Roman Empire. So they, being the government, would carry out executions and other things that that the ancient Israelis wanted.
Shout out to the sidebar here. That picture of Biden, it says Biden calls reporter a lying dog face after speech in ripping Trump. What the fuck? Jason Laska said he'd picked up the pie Saturday night from a Little Caesars shop in Brook Park and brought it home.
I don't know where Brook Park is.
Brook Park,
Ohio, but I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know.
My wife turned and asked me, "Babe, did you order this? Did they make it for you?" And I turned around and looked at it, And I could see the shock on her face. Then my jaw just dropped, Laska told the outlet. The couple called the pizza joint, which had just closed, to complain and received a response the following day from the manager. The employees told him that it was supposed to be an internal joke that they were playing on each other, and the other employee and the pizza was never intended to go out, Laska said. The manager told them that employees involved were let go, but the couple said they never planned to return to the store. You're not missing out on much. It's fucking Little Caesars.
Right.
We are the type of people that support the diversity in our country. We embrace and love it. We just want to see this hate stop, Laska's wife, Missy, told WJW-TV. Misty. Thank you, Misty. Thank you, Misty.
So I think that if these people that received the pizza were either a minority or Jewish, they would have mentioned that, and they didn't.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's the case.
Yeah.
It's still weird. It's still like, but I kind of believe the story.
I want to know where Little Caesar stands on this, because maybe this is like a new menu item they were rolling out. They have a quote from Little Caesars here, so let's see if they're part of the problem. Little Caesars confirmed in a statement that the chain fired the employees involved in the offensive incident and said, "We have zero tolerance for racism and discrimination in any form." Thank goodness. I was worried Little Caesars actually was going to roll out a line of swastika pizzas. And these franchise store employees were immediately terminated, a spokesperson told the outlet. "We're deeply disappointed this happened, and this conduct is completely against our values." Well, I'm glad to hear that from Little Caesars. I needed them to say it. I couldn't just take the random word for it. I couldn't just assume Little Caesars wasn't behind this.
I always thought Little Caesars was basically a Nazi organization.
But no,
who else would sell crazy bread?
Oh, whoa.
You're crazy for crazy bread. You know, Little Caesars also owns the Detroit Red Wings.
Really?
Yep. Based out of...
I don't want to say it.
Michigan.
But I'm glad to see that, Little Caesars is on the right side of history here, and they don't actually sell these pizzas. This was just two people that are going to be looking for jobs, along with, what was her name? Katie Ipkiss or whatever, the lady from the last article.
Dick Buttkiss?
Dick Buttkiss or whatever her damn name was.
Oh, it was Jenkins, right?
Jenkins, yeah. Katie Jenkins or whatever. They're going to be looking for jobs together.
Interesting. Yeah, I think it was edgy teenagers playing a joke and they accidentally delivered the pizza. Either that or they're like, I dare you to deliver the Nazi pizza.
Well, they didn't even deliver it, right? The guy came to pick the pizza up.
Oh, yeah.
Little Caesars,
it could have gotten mixed up.
When I heard delivery, I was like, wait a second. Little Caesars never really delivers. It's always carry out.
And I'm just joking around. I actually love crazy bread. I stand for crazy bread.
Oh,
Dude, I've eaten so much crazy bread that this is going to be funny because of the last story, but I blacked out. Have you ever carbo blacked out?
Dude.
Have you carbo blacked out like almost as if Bill Cosby had served you that crazy bread?
I've never been that loaded on food. One time I passed out because I ate a dozen Krispy Kreme donuts in about 3 minutes.
Did you poop?
Oh, I woke up and I had what looked like a mixture between vanilla milkshake and hell.
And hell.
And hell. Yeah, it was not good after I woke up, but I passed out from it.
Oh, man.
But yeah, the Little Caesars, the best part about their pizza or crazy breads is they have these little dipping packets. The little flavor.
They have the big tub that you get the crazy bread, a big tub of pizza sauce.
The sauce.
And Little Caesars has like a spicier sauce than like Pizza Hut or Domino's.
They have a more...
It's got a spicier flavor to it.
They have a wild sauce.
Because normally there's like sweet pizza sauce and there's like a spicier kind.
I used to love Little Caesars when I was a kid, back when it was like $5. And they had the square pizzas that were huge. I used to love that.
Yeah, in Toledo, we had Marco's Pizza, which is now, I found out, like the 6th largest pizza chain in America, which blows my mind. Because when I was a kid, they were only in Toledo, but they had a giant square pizza they called the Square. It was like Bigfoot. The one you're talking about is Bigfoot, right?
Yeah.
Or was that Pizza Hut?
No, Bigfoot was Little Caesars.
Was it? I thought Bigfoot was Pizza Hut.
I'm pretty sure it was Little Caesars.
You should know this. I'm taking away your fat guy card.
I know it. I just don't want to say it
I'm taking away your fat guy card.
I know it. It's Little Caesars.
No, I'm pretty sure Bigfoot was Pizza Hut.
No, I'm searching right now. Bigfoot pizza. Fuck.
Ah!
No, because one said Pizza Hut, one said Little Caesars.
Bigfoot was Pizza Hut.
It is Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
Damn it. Why didn't it say Little Caesars afterwards?
Dude, when every birthday party I went to as a kid had a Bigfoot pizza at it.
Little Caesars did Pizza by the Foot. They had a Pizza by the Foot television commercial.
That sounds too much like Fruit by the Foot.
See, this is what I was thinking of. When you said Bigfoot, I was thinking of the Pizza by the Foot, and it came in a fucking long ass case with 4 different pizzas in it.
Bigfoot was a giant rectangular pizza that was huge. Like, it was like party size pizza.
Yeah, but was it Pizza by the Foot?
Bigfoot was better than that. Definitely.
You thought Bigfoot was better than Pizza by the Foot? That's 4 whole different pizzas by the foot.
I like how you keep saying the name like that's going to make it better.
Pizza by the Foot. I'm looking for the Bigfoot pizza
guys.
now.
If thanks for tuning in. We have a much bigger audience than we normally do here on Twitch, so that's cool.
Excellent.
If none of you are following us, please follow us here. We normally do post shows here, which is a little extra snippet of content that a lot of you don't get to catch normally. So I'm glad you're here. You don't want to miss it when we do it here because it's just extra content that you would have watched anyway if it had been on YouTube. Why give YouTube the extra viewership? Yeah, Bigfoot.
This guy's like, hey, man, get your Bigfoot pizza,
man.
Maxim Zoom dweeby with a bag of pizza. I can't believe I confused Bigfoot with the Pizza by the Foot.
Hashtag fuck YouTube.
I hate it. I really let us down today, guys.
Did you see this?
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Screw YouTube.
Thank you, Matt Pitt.
Oh, and by the way, guys, we do have a weekly goal, which started today, to do an extra bonus show every week. We really still want to meet that goal. Something about being on this platform makes that harder. I don't know why, because it's basically the same people watching. If you guys could use our Streamlabs link down below, let us know if it's not working or something. But if we could get somewhere towards that goal just on this first episode, that would be great. Just let us know.
Terry Reynolds accuses Brock Lesnar of sexual harassment. Former WWE star Terry Reynolds has once again accused Brock Lesnar of sexual harassment.
Again? I had no idea.
Reynolds previously made the claims in 2004, but she has repeated them again this month due to the speaking out movement on social media. Reynolds recently appeared on the Keon Sports podcast and spoke about the alleged incident. I don't have a lot of respect for Brock.
Hold on. Wait a minute, though. Didn't Brock Lesnar's wife, Sable, sue the WWE for sexual harassment? Sounds like it's just rampant in their industry. At least it was, 15 years ago.
Sexual harassment?
Yeah.
Oh, it works.
Yeah. Okay, it does work. Thank you, PT Hammer.
Thank you, PT Ham.
For the $50 ball. Appreciate you. Former WWE star Terry Reynolds has once again accused Brock Lesnar of sexual harassment. Reynolds previously made the claims in 2004, but she has repeated them again this month due to the speaking out movement on social media. Reynolds recently appeared on the Keon Sports podcast and spoke about the alleged incident. I don't have a lot of respect for Brock. I don't think Brock respects wrestling fans, Reynolds said. Brock did something that if it was in today's day and time, he showed his penis to me and called my name as I was walking past where he was in the dressing room and opened his towel so I could see his manly bits.
Okay, so he didn't lay a hand on. I mean, that's still wrong, but he didn't lay a hand on her. He was being a perv. Of course, we know you don't have respect for him. You shouldn't. Him respecting wrestling fans is irrelevant. I kind of feel like she's just trying to smear him. Maybe he did do this stuff. I mean, we knew he did the thing to Jim Cornette's wife's vag, So maybe he did do this, but I think at this point, this is just her being like, well, he doesn't like any of you either, and I don't like him.
I don't know. She says, I would have much rather him not be so disrespectful of a female that's been in this business for as long as I have been. He knew he was going to have a lot of power. They were going to give him the strap. But at that point, I've been in this business a long time. I have respect. And what he did was very, very wrong from a respect standpoint. From a sexual harassment standpoint, it was wrong.
I mean, you could have sued the company, too.
The next big thing.
Cock Lesnar.
Lesnar. Thank you, Allegas. Why didn't she tell Dustin? Or were they not together?
They were not good at that point. Dustin was...
I don't think Dustin could have taken Brock
for a while.
Lesnar anyway.
Oh, dude, not gonna happen. Nobody was gonna derail Brock's push. Nobody was gonna take Brock out of his place. Wrestling has protected people like this for a long time.
Now they would get taken out of it.
Probably.
If Brock Lesnar showed his dick to like any one of the like Charlotte Flair or something, and they reported him, he would get in trouble now.
Probably.
Even though he's treated better than most people that work for the company now.
I don't know if he would right now. I think that it's a different time. Like this is back in a time when wrestlers were taking dumps in like the women's gear bags and stuff.
Ribbing was horrible. Like worse than like fraternity initiation.
Yeah.
You know,
there's stories of like when Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy were underage, the older guys would like make them get pissed drunk until they puke and fucking blacked out everywhere just to like haze them and fuck them up. They have to go do matches again the next day hungover. There's a lot of stories like that. I don't know the validity of everything, but you hear a lot of how scummy all those people were. Wrestlers are pieces of shit.
Well, I heard Owen Hart was one of the worst ribbers.
But I heard everything was more funny with him.
It was more fun. Like I heard Kurt Hennig was like one of the people taking dumps in bags and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was like the culture of wrestling was to be a total piece of shit, and women were treated like.
And at this time in 2004, women weren't credible wrestlers at that point either. They were bra and panty match, show your boobs, show your butt.
But that's they could have been credible wrestlers. There was credible wrestling for women all around.
It's not because they weren't able to do it, and that there weren't women.
Because they weren't hiring women.
Well, they wanted the sexual content.
Yeah,
they had mostly a young adult male audience, and they were trying to pander to that. And this was, late 90s, early 2000s shock.
You can't even blame it on the young male audience. It was that Vince just didn't think women were good wrestlers and worth putting wrestling on TV.
Which is weird because he had real women wrestlers when he first took over the company. I guess we can't go into wrestling for too long because people will get mad at us. And yeah,
we can do whatever we want, Ben.
A lot of wrestlers, now that COVID happened, a lot of wrestlers got sweet Twitch deals. I noticed Paige was streaming when we first started streaming earlier.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Happy early birthday, Spirit Flame, turning 27 tomorrow.
Happy Canada Day.
Happy Canada Day. And yeah, Twitch is investing in wrestling right now because wrestling gets ratings, always has. Wrestling's always been a draw since the 50s. Ted Turner started his network on the back of wrestling. Vince took over his empire because he saw something in wrestling that was overvalued in TV markets all over the world. People inherently like that fucking sort of TV show. That
they, you know what though? Once Turner didn't have full control over his networks anymore after the AOL Time Warner merger, they dumped wrestling.
Yeah,
they dumped it really quick, and that's why. That's why Vince was easy to buy. It was easy for him to buy.
It wasn't
for so
really
cheap.
quick. The company was running
quick on a corporate timeline.
Well, it's because the company was soaking money up and it stopped delivering. The product had gone so bad in like a year and a half.
Part
2
of
years.
the reason it was soaking up money is because there were guaranteed contracts for people who didn't even have to work.
Yeah.
So all of these people that were making the most money were putting in the least amount of work.
And all those contracts got paid out anyways.
A lot of them did, yeah.
Yeah.
There were very few who had those contracts that decided to start working right away.
Yeah, they got their contracts bought out to go work for WWE, and most of them got punished for it. Diamond Dallas Page was one of the early guys that
jobbed
decided to go.
Undertaker.
Oh, they screwed
They
him.
made him a pervert.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna talk about this and then we're gonna move on. Diamond Dallas Page, one of the most respected wrestlers today because of the shit he's accomplished and the lives he's saved. And he was like an underdog champion because he was an older guy that had never wrestled, and they made him a wrestler, and then he won the world title in WCW. It was a big deal. When they brought him over to WWE, they made him a guy that was like a peeping Tom, spying on the Undertaker's wife while she's like laying out in the sun and shit.
Yeah.
And I didn't know who it was at first. I was like, oh, maybe it's Mankind, or because Mankind kind of had the creepy vibe, whatever. DDP never put out the like, I'm gonna spy on your wife in a bikini.
No, he was like the opposite. He was like, I have a hot wife. And I'm gonna
Kimberly,
and I'm gonna share her with whoever wants to come kick it at the house.
Okay, well,
that's the story.
Well, they've said that about Hogan and stuff too.
That's how you get pushed in wrestling.
We'll get back to the print articles. You know what? I believe this probably happened. I'm not saying it's right, but it was the culture at the time.
I mean, that's not an excuse.
It's not an excuse. It's not right, but I believe that's why I believe it happened.
It's just so much of the stuff was going on back then. It's hard.
I believe Brock Lesnar would just whip out his dick to somebody.
Oh yeah, it was a thing.
Who's gonna do shit? Like, not only was he powerful in the company, but who's gonna whoop his ass?
Remember the movie Waiting? Did you ever see the movie Waiting? All right, so it's a Ryan Reynolds film. It's got like Andy Milonakis and a bunch of other people. I think Anna Faris was in it. Dane Cook. If you watch the movie, there's an entire joke in the movie, a running gag where the guys expose themselves to the other coworkers, and they pull their balls out and they try and show their balls out in different formations. And it's like that came out. I swear the movie came out in 2000. Was it 2009 or am I tripping? It was the aughts though. Like, we look back in time, we look at the commentary that Shane Dawson was making on all those kids and stuff. It really was a different world. We had Pedo Bear on TV. People would watch that and think that it was, funny to make fun of a creepy bear that came to touch kids. Like, it was a different culture. And we had this stuff where revealing yourself was in a mainstream film. It was in Waiting, and it was a running gag, and the crescendoed at the very end of the movie to be like the main part of the damn movie. Ric Flair would expose himself on flights, supposedly.
Mostly to other men, right?
Well, yeah, but
in an environment where that was normal, and if you were Ric Flair, that was acceptable. I mean, like, not just.
Didn't WWE recently do a cartoon series talking about Ric Flair exposing himself?
Yeah,
on an airline.
That cartoon series is fucking hilarious, by the way.
Well,
Clay banish, Clay banish, Clay banish.
All right, so I'm gonna move on. Check this out. Here's Senator Rand Paul, who actually got COVID-19. He didn't. He was mostly. I hate wishing this upon someone, but maybe he'd understand a little better if he actually was hospitalized from it. But anyway,
well, I heard he was talking out against it.
Senator Rand Paul, he's against universal health care, and now he wants to send kids back to school when cases are rising. And here he is grilling Dr. Fauci, who I have issues with too.
You don't like Daddy Fauci?
He lied.
Oh, how'd he lie?
He told everyone that they shouldn't wear a mask. And then just a week ago, he was being interviewed and he admitted that that wasn't true. He only told people not to wear masks so they didn't run out of masks. So he lied and said, it doesn't make a difference if you wear a mask. He literally lied. The head of the CDC lied about the benefits of wearing a mask because he didn't want, the medical professionals to run out of it. Now, that might be a noble cause, but you can't lie about it. You can't lie and say that it's not better to wear a mask. That's bullshit. You can say, hey, we need these for this reason, but straight up lying about what's healthy and what's not healthy when you're the head fucking doctor of the CDC, that's fucking unforgivable. Yeah, I can tell you're thinking of a way that it's forgivable.
No, it's like we lie to our people all the time in this country. Like, this is protocol. You can't tell people the truth because they're fucking idiots.
When you're a doctor and your job is to tell people...
I guarantee you doctors lie to people all the time. When you're a doctor
and your job is to tell people what's healthy and what's not, when you're the fucking head doctor of the CDC and you're on live TV and you're talking about how we're going to avoid this virus that people are suddenly dying from, and you lie about it, you should lose your job.
Okay. I think doctors lie a lot more.
I don't give a shit. I don't care if doctors lie. That doesn't mean anything. I could say people lie all the time about anything, therefore it doesn't matter if you lie.
Daddy Fauci.
And when are we going to tell the people the truth? That it's okay to take their kids back to school. Dr. Fauci, every day, virtually every day, we seem to hear from you things we can't do. But when you're asked, can we go back to school? I don't hear much certitude at all. I hear, well, maybe it depends. All of this body of evidence about schools around the world shows there's no surge. All of the evidence shows that it's rare. I mean, we've so politicized this and made it politically correct that
it's not politicized. It's a really weird argument that I hear people make, that this is somehow a political position to not want a virus to spread. I don't understand it at all.
WHO releases that it's rare, and you have a scientist up there honestly giving her opinion. What happens to her? She's blackballed, and her
All right, so, and by the way, everybody, I posted the new Discord link below. We had lost our vanity Discord link, and it was sending people to a different Discord, but now it should work. I posted a new one in the links down below.
report that she refers to is taken off the website. When you go to that scientist's speech and you try to click on the link, the WHO has now screened it from us because it said something that's not politically
Hoover
correct.
said it right. It's like how they claim climate change is a political issue. It's not a political issue anywhere else in the world. Like, there are right-wing and left-wing views in many different countries all over the world, but there's no dispute in any of them whether or not climate change is real. Only here has it become a political issue.
That, guess what? It's rare for kids to transmit this. But I hear nothing of that coming from you. All I hear, Dr. Fauci, is we can't do this, we can't do that, we can't play baseball. Well, even that's not based on the science. I mean, flu season peaks in February. We don't know that COVID's going to be like the flu season. It might, but we don't know that. But we wouldn't ban school in October. You might close some schools when they get the flu. We need to not be so presumptuous that we know everything. But my question to you is, can't you give us a little bit more on schools that we can get back to school, that there's a great deal of evidence and it's actually good evidence that kids aren't transmitting this. It's rare, and that kids are staying healthy, and that, yes, we can open our schools.
Mr. Chairman, do I have a little bit of time to?
Well, I give you a little. That was well over 5 minutes, but we'll.
Thank you, Senator
Go ahead and
Paul.
please answer the question.
Yeah, so very quickly, Senator Paul, I agree with a lot of what you say about, this idea about people having to put their opinions out without data. And sometimes you have to make extrapolations because you're in a position where you need to at least give some sort of recommendation. But if you were listening, and I think you were, to my opening statement and my response to one of the questions, I feel very strongly we need to do whatever we can to get the children back to school. So I think we are in lock agreement with that. The other thing that I'd like to clarify very briefly is that when things get in the press of what I supposedly said, I didn't say. I never said we can't play a certain sport.
You did say that it wasn't beneficial to wear a mask, though. And then the other day, you literally admitted that that was not true, and you only did it to mislead the public into not buying up all the masks.
What happens is
and
that
justify the means is what a lot of these leaders and people in the industry think. Where if they lie to somebody,
he's not a leader. He's not a leader, and he's not a person.
He's definitely a leader.
He's not a leader, and he's not a person of industry. He's a doctor working for the CDC. He's a doctor.
Yeah.
I mean, you could say he's a leader in the fact he's not he's not an elected official. He's someone that was appointed as a doctor to be the head of a public group that's the Center for Disease Control.
And if you're working underneath Donald Trump and you want to give the American public the best chance of surviving this, you have to consider the ends justify the means.
Do you always just want to argue the other side?
100%, yes.
Okay.
It's inherently in me.
In the sport industry, they could either be people from Players Association, owners, people involved in the health of the players, ask me opinions regarding certain facts about the spread of the virus, what the dynamics are. I give it, and then it gets interpreted that I'm saying you can't play this sport or you can't play that sport. I agree with you. I am completely unqualified to tell you whether you can play a sport or not. The only thing that I can do is, to the best of my ability, give you the facts and the evidence associated with I know about this outbreak. Thank you.
Yeah. I don't know.
Daddy Fauci just wants the kids to go back to school so he can have alone time with Mommy Fauci.
I don't think he's going to approve children going back to school.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter if it doesn't matter if the disease is deadly to them. It's about community spread.
We look at Arizona, we look at Florida, we look at Texas. They opened a little too early, and they're paying for it now. I think if people would have been a little more careful when they opened, maybe didn't go to the fucking beach like it was beach blanket bingo. Like, I really want to go to Disney World too, dude. I want to. I don't think I'm going to for a very long time. Trump wrongly diverted $2.5 billion for border wall. Fed appeals court rules. San Francisco, a federal appeals court on Friday ruled against the Trump administration in its transfer of $2.5 billion from military construction projects to build sections of the U.S. border wall with Mexico, ruling it illegally sidestepped Congress, which gets to decide how to use the funds. And fuck Congress, by the way, for this this COVID relief, the CARES Act. The amount of money that they gave to us in our $1,200 stimulus versus how much they gave to like the Wall Street and the hedge fucking people, like trillions versus our billions, and we're going to be the ones fucking paying for that shit,
right?
Because their trillions are going to get them out of paying the taxes they had to pay. Oh my God!
And all the people that took all the corporations that had enough money that swiped up all the Paycheck Protection Act money.
Yeah.
Before mom and pop's coffee shop could get it or whatever.
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse taking a few milli off the small business.
Sponsor of Sean Hannity, by the way, Ruth's Chris.
Yeah, you know who doesn't sponsor Sean Hannity? John Howie. Or maybe he does. I don't know. I don't know.
He doesn't, but because there's only one John Howie Steakhouse in the world.
Okay, good.
So, oh my God, you got me remembering though. That was so delicious.
Ben
man.
had a good John Howie steak one day.
Yeah.
So I'm looking over here at Congress and all the bullshit they're doing, and we're over here, we're mad at Daddy Fauci because he told us not to get masks. Like, everybody is fucking lying to us.
I don't have
levels.
to just be mad at one and not the other.
Yeah.
When your job is to be the doctor that is the head of the Center for Disease Control, you better be being honest every time you tell us how to best control a disease.
I don't believe
and he
that.
didn't.
Doctors always give you the worst case scenario so that you're prepared for it, right? That's
I'm not
going
to listen to your mental gymnastics.
That's a lie right
We're
there.
moving on to this.
In two opinions, the Ninth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals agreed with a coalition of border states and environmental groups that contended the money transfer was unlawful and that building the wall would pose environmental threats. The rulings were the latest twist in the legal battle that has largely gone Trump's way. Last July, the Supreme Court allowed the $2.5 billion to be spent while the litigation continued, blunting the impact of the latest appeals court action. The administration has already awarded much of the money, including a $1.3 billion job in Arizona that was announced last month. Trump visited Yuma, Arizona on Tuesday to mark completion of the 200th mile of border wall during his administration, much of it with the transferred military funds that the Ninth Circuit panel found illegal. After the $2.5 billion transfer of military funds, the Pentagon diverted another $3.6 billion that an appeals court in New Orleans ruled in January could be spent. Still, critics of Trump's wall praised the rulings on Friday for upholding the Constitution, which grants Congress the power of the purse.
The wall should be the last of his worries at this point. First of all, his first term is almost over, and there's no wall. I loved it. I told so many fucking people the wall was never happening. Like, even if they started building, if Trump got reelected and they started building it right at the beginning of his next term, it still wouldn't be finished. Not the way you guys envisioned it. None of you that voted for Trump because you wanted the wall thought that there was going to be sections and just like empty areas between.
And
I fucking know. All of you thought it was going to be a coast-to-coast border wall.
I want to shout out all of you that voted for Trump for that coast-to-coast border wall that still somehow watch us to this day.
They're out there.
We appreciate you guys for sticking through our liberal SJW cuck.
I'm not going to apologize to you. Go to hell.
The Ninth Circuit ruled that the Trump administration not only lacked the authority to authorize the transfer of funds, but also violated an express constitutional prohibition designed to protect individual liberties. The vote on both rulings was 2-1, with judges appointed by former President Bill Clinton in the majority and a Trump nominee dissenting. The panel said the government was proceeding with border wall construction without ensuring compliance with any environmental regulations, thereby harming the interests of Sierra Club members who visit the border region for hiking, bird watching, and other recreational activities. So not only is he illegally building this wall, he's just like running over bird nests and shit while he's doing it. It's actual Ferngully bad guys, but making a fucking wall instead of like... Wouldn't that be great if Ferngully was just them making the Mexican border wall?
It would be
Wouldn't be
weird foreshadowing.
Yeah, like Ferngully 2 would have to be desert pixies.
You know, on Disney Plus, The Simpsons have like it's like built into series, and they have the Simpsons prediction series.
Predicting the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they knew that, and they made their own little playlist for it. There.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. Yeah, so I'm the border wall isn't happening. He's just doing this to appease the idiots that thought he could do it. It's never going to happen. 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 It's ineffective anyway. There's already tunnels. There's so many tunnels. There's ways around a wall. A wall is like maybe was effective 1,000 years ago. It's not anymore. That's all I have to say about that.
They put a whole lot more into the damn wall, the walls of 2,000 years ago, too. This is like fencing. There's not the Great Fence of China. The South Park banned episodes, it sucks.
Someone in the chat said, "Keep crying, Ben." What am I crying about?
Ben, don't cry just because.
What am I crying about? I want to know what. Did we change what crying means?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just if you have a reaction negatively to anything, you're crying now.
I think responding to people saying you're crying is also crying now too.
Is it?
Yeah, like you're double crying now.
Damn.
Yeah, no, it's actually sad.
So no, it's actually a good thing now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm glad I'm crying.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll do a cry too.
Crying.
So I don't know. This is a good wall. I'm so happy it's being built right now when we have so much less to worry about in this world.
I'm doing a cry.
So much less to worry about in this world. And we're worried about a fucking wall.
It's never happening.
$2.5 billion for a wall, it's nothing compared to how much we spent on all this CARES Act relief to the ultra rich. Master bedroom is officially canceled. Call back to slavery, they say. Yeah, the Texas realtors will no longer be referring to it as a master bedroom because of the term slave master. I think that it's not really fair because the term master has so many other connotations today. It's not just about slavery.
You know what? I don't even think this is true. I think someone created a rumor that master bedroom somehow had a slavery connotation. And now we've become so sensitive about it that just in case it might mean that, now we're getting rid of it.
Honestly, these are Texas realtors. They probably are getting rid of it as a joke to mock slavery. The term master is officially canceled when it comes to describing bedrooms and bathrooms, at least when you're searching for a home in Houston. The Houston Association of Realtors is no longer using the word master to hide bedrooms and bathrooms on its multiple listing service. Instead, the realtors are going with the word primary. Womp, womp, womp. The change in terminology, which happened quietly earlier this month, is already in place on Horror's property listing database, and it came after several members demanded a review of the language, which some believe carries connotations to slavery. According to Horror, the change has been raised and considered for several years, and they're finally pulling for several years.
No.
You know, we've been thinking about it for several years now, and it was just recently with this recent round of protests, we're like, it's time to pull the trigger. and they are finally pulling the plug on Master. It's worth noting Houston has one of the nation's highest African-American populations. Don't celebrate or scream into the void just yet. Har says the change is merely a suggestion and does not constitute a ban of the term master. Other masters are already on the way out, like the Court of Master Sommeliers, which says it will no longer use the word master before a wine sommelier's last name. Oh, God. And it begs the question, what's next on the chopping block? To all the submissives with their doms, it's not going to be a master-slave relationship anymore. It's going to be a primary subordinate relationship, please. From here on out, a dominant subordinate, the primary secondary. This is my secondary, She-Ra, the cock fiend.
They also call, like the raw recordings for like a musical album, the master recordings.
Whoa. We can't call that. We can't call that anymore.
Yep.
It's like you're going to give the term master to slavery.
I do want to let all you guys know, though, I'm very proud of the fact that I actually, in a format where many people have literally cried on stream, I literally have never cried.
Well, today you double cried.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, like the real version of cry where like tears come down your face and you sob and you like convulse. There's never been, I've actually... Anytime I feel like I'm going to cry, someone said you cried laughing. Okay, you're right. But I've never actually cried out of sadness. I would not allow that to happen to me. I don't want that video out there, so I would kill a stream. Oh, yeah, I have cried on stream twice. Yeah, actually, I was just going to bring that up. I used to call that going full Ryby. Because Ryby did this very embarrassing crying on stream thing a long time ago, and I called it going full Ryby, and I would never allow myself to go full Ryby.
I like Ryby.
It's embarrassing to cry on stream. Well, we know you do.
She's a wonderful crier.
Yeah, we know.
She's like John Cryer. She's one of the best criers. Right up there with Crier Tuck. That's Friar Tuck, never mind.
Hey, maybe it wasn't embarrassing for you, but I was embarrassed for you. You went full Ryby.
In support of Ryby, I'm going to take a piss now.
What? All right, so yes. Anyway, I apologize, guys. I'm too literal. Like, I don't believe you're crying unless you actually cry. Like, if you really cry, because otherwise, if you're not actually crying, anyone can take anything you say and then later on say you were crying. Just saying. It's really easy to exaggerate the emotions of people. I just happen to have very dull emotions, which is why I've never actually cried on stream. Yeah. So I guess this is the point where I'll remind everyone we don't normally stream on Twitch. If you can like us, or not like us, but follow us, that would be great. That would be very helpful. New followers are always good. I see, I mean, honestly, we're doing pretty good with views tonight. Fuck YouTube. Hashtag fuck YouTube. Hashtag poop on you. I don't know. I just made that up. If you have any Twitch Prime subs that you haven't used yet, you could throw us your Twitch Prime. That's always helpful. That's always good. There's actually times I can force people to watch ads too. I'm always like, why did Twitch give me the power to force people to watch ads? When did that happen? I have like buttons where I can force people to watch ads. I don't think it works though if you have ad blocker on. Makes it rain like a baller on a budget. Thank you. You know what? Let's do the Streamlabs and Super Chats and all that stuff.
Well, well, well. We have a problem with that. I'm not sure I have access to the Twitch. Maybe I do. Let me try and reconnect here. We have to go through...
People in the chat say I need a tear face tattoo. I think that means I murdered somebody, though, and I haven't. So, no. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I have to get back to the one page.
You can switch. Like, there's also a. Does it show the other donos?
I'm not sure.
There's
how
like,
do we get back to the spot that you clicked me to the one time? I'm trying to recall.
You have to go into. You have to go into
settings.
Settings, shared access.
All right. Let's see if I can get the Twitch in there.
Yeah, you can switch it to Twitch up at the top. Twitch, like you switch it between.
All right, I got it.
You got it. All right.
Okay, let's cock this one back. We have a whole bunch of cheer as well.
Yeah, cheers are nice.
Perpetual coin toss. A bunch of people became patrons tonight.
Really?
We have Perpetual coin toss, phone antics, adorable bastards, some guy, GRM, Cameron, all became new patrons tonight.
Thank you.
We have Lord of Nurgle gave us $2, said fuck YouTube, no lube. We had a ton of gifted subs tonight. Appreciate that very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bunch of new subscribers. PT Ham, Two Guns No Ammo, H Fitty. You guys all gave a bunch of subs. That was so cute. Other people just subbed regularly. The first, I'm having to tear through all this to read it. The first disciple of Neb gave cheer 100.
Thank you.
Dak Anonymous gave 100 bits. Said RIP cheer 100. Twitch seems just as bad as YouTube with their recent BS. What? First disciple of Neb said, I would be fine with using Twitch instead of YouTube. Personally, cheer 100. Victor Olivier says, Viva la Resistance. We have PT Hammer giving that big 50 saying, oh, it works. Alagas giving us that 20 money saying, the next big thing, Cock Lesnar. Spirit Flame. So you got to remind some of us old people to donate. I'll be 27 tomorrow, born on Canada Day.
That's
Fuck
not
YouTube.
old.
That's old. 27 is so old. The Cinephiliac says, I'm late because of Boardwalk Empire with my parental unit. But if YouTube in the but F YouTube in the A. Billy, have you been seen the Brave New World trailer? I'm a big fan of the novel, and I'm very nervous about
Really?
the film
They're
adaptation.
making Brave New World into a movie?
I haven't seen the trailer. Should we check it out sometime? Maybe on an after show or something?
Yeah, we could.
That would be cool. Cool. And then we got a whole bunch of bits from Mr. Destructive 100, Serum Music Videos, Galvaron says cheer 100 makes it rain like a baller on a budget. Dak Anonymous, more love. Dak Anonymous giving them cheer loves. Thank you very much, y'all. Tickle Bang followed. Yeah, thank you. That's so sweet. Yeah, this is a lot harder to read with the Twitch thing, but I think I got everything. Hopefully I didn't miss anything there. We're back. We're back. Brave New World is a TV show on Apple's platform. Okay.
Oh,
it's
no
a TV
thanks.
series. It's TV series. It's pretty good. It's not a bad life. Daddy Fauci. Daddy Fauci.
All right, we will do the next segment of the show. Here it is. It's called Oddities, and we're starting it now. This is a video I saw on Twitter today, and it's mind-blowing.
Oh, yeah?
And I want to believe that it's fake, but I'm seeing no indication that it is.
Uh-oh.
She already did this once.
Have you seen this?
Yeah. She just drove. Okay.
So she knows that now.
The gas tank of her car is on the driver's side.
Well, this is the second time she's done this. So she should now drive so that it's on the driver's side. The tank is on the driver's side.
The same side as her, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But she pulled a circle last time.
I don't know why they filmed this.
No way is she going to do it again. Now
Because it's hilarious.
See, she's getting it right now. She's going on the driver's side here. She's going to have the driver's side pulled.
Yeah. No, she had it.
Wait.
If she would have... No.
If she would have just...
Oh, no.
Kept going.
Is she just going to the same...
No, she would have had to pull around... Oh, no.
She doesn't understand how to switch to the other side of her car with a gas pump.
Does she just not know which side the tank is on? Or does she think she's...
Does she
knows.
eventually do
has
this
to know.
until she runs out of gas?
She just saw that it's not on the passenger side. Okay, so she's pulled up again on the wrong side. Hang on.
I'd like to make a perfectly fine point.
And just whipped in there real quick, like...
Hang on.
As she gets out,
Is
you'll
she gonna
notice...
realize it? Does she see it?
She knows everything she needs to know.
She walks right past the gas tank.
She knows how to dress. She doesn't need to know how to put gas in her car.
Yes, she does.
No. She knows how to look cute, and that'll get her through this world. She's wearing her mask. She's
Not
compliant.
if her van runs out of gas.
Now she's got it. Now she's got it.
She's compliant. She's got a mask on and everything. I'm a big fan of this woman's
so which one
work.
is she going to pull into? She'll pull around to
the other side.
Yeah, she'll go to the other side.
Or
so,
even this over
yeah,
here.
she could back up. She could back up and get into it.
Here goes nothing.
Okay.
Third try.
What's she doing? She's pulling around. Okay. Okay.
There, she's gonna get the driver's side over here, right? Oh no!
She did it again. There's no way.
No, she's pulling.
I'm a big fan of this woman's work.
Oh, she's backing up. Maybe she
Good
didn't
for
notice.
her.
No, she's getting out
Never
of the
give
car.
up.
She's getting out
Don't
of the
change
car.
for anybody.
Oh my!
Don't change for anybody. Stick to your guns. I mean, this is the point where I would try to like carry the gas pump over the car and stretch it around. I've been there a few times. Or I park on the wrong side and I'm like, oh yeah, but I don't move my car. I just stretch it over to the other side of the car. Chevron's not conducive to that.
This next video is kind of adorable.
Oh, is it me?
Definitely not.
Huh. What?
It's two jackrabbits fighting each other.
Sábado de box.
World Star. World Star.
Se están pegando una chinga. Qué óvole, aquí enfrente del carro. Óvole.
Dude. Lucha bunnies.
It's fucking... They're not little bunnies. Those rabbits are like the size of a small dog.
A medium-sized dog.
Yeah, they're big. Probably like 25 pounds or more. Maybe 30, 40. I don't know.
Bunny boy. Hey. Slap fight.
Trying to scare
They're
more.
like, fuck no. We got beef. We got squabbles, Papa.
I used to see these all the time when I lived in New Mexico.
The fighting like this?
No, just like you'd see a big ass fucking thing moving, and I'd be like, oh, that's a rabbit, biggest rabbit. Because here, bunnies are little floofy things.
They're tiny bunnies all over the place here.
Yep.
I don't remember them being around here like 10 years ago.
They're going so fast. Oh no! Vámonos! They're like posturing for dominance right there.
Yeah, this is rough. This is hard living, man. Having to just wake up, be a jackalope, and fight
It's not
for your
jackalope.
breakfast. It's not the jackalope?
No, there's no such animal as a jackalope.
Remember the jackalope?
Yeah, that's a fake fucking animal that doesn't exist. There's an antelope and a jackrabbit.
But you're
a
saying-
jackalope is a fictional animal that's a mixture between a jackrabbit and an antelope.
But
one's an antelope, one's a jackrabbit. They're not. There's no jackalope. There's no jackalope.
I'm handling this very well.
There's no
I remember
jackalope.
when
I don't
you
know what
told when Jeff Holiday told you wrestling wasn't fake, you flipped out. He's like, Jeff Holiday's like,
He didn't tell me
"Wrestling's fake."
wrestling wasn't fake.
He said it was fake. That's what I meant to say.
Sure,
He's
whatever.
like, wrestling's fake, and you flipped out. You're telling me jackalopes are fake, and I'm taking it pretty well. These jack rabbits might elope after they fight, and that would be a jackalope. If they got married after the squabble, a little domestic disturbance, turn into domestication. Wouldn't be bad. Bitch bunny, slap fire. Bunny boy, slap fire.
Yeah, there's no
King Kong bunny
no such animal.
as a jackalope.
Right.
Yeah, I know. I was just saying jackalope to be cute, and now we talked about the fake animal that Dave Coulier made famous on. What was it? America's Funniest People or something.
He used to do a show called Total Panic on Nickelodeon. I think that might have been the first place he did it.
Did the
Remember on
jackalope
Nickelodeon?
gimmick?
Total
I don't remember
Panic?
Total Panic.
Oh my god, dude! I wonder if no, I don't know if I should play it. There's you guys can find it out there. That was his first show where he was like the main guy on. It was like a weird sketch comedy show that was on Nickelodeon back in the day.
Was this how he met Alanis Morissette?
No, because that was You Can't Do That on Television, and that's totally different.
But that was a Nickelodeon show as well.
I mean, that was a show produced in Canada that Nickelodeon licensed.
Was it
and
around the
played
same time though? Because Dave Coulier was Canadian, right?
You're just trying to put something. You're fighting really hard with no evidence to make something true. That's like no, it's not true.
Let's find the evidence. How'd they meet? How did Dave Coulier?
This is so
and Alanis
uninteresting to
Morissette
talk
meet?
about.
You don't. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, no one here knows who Dave Coulier is, and almost none of them know who Alanis
One in the chat
Morissette
if you
is.
know who Dave.
No, I don't want to do this dumb vote in the chat shit. Fuck you.
I bet you more people know who Dave Coulier is than Alanis Morissette. He's on Fuller House. Fuller House is the lit new Netflix series. It's a lot of ones, you guys. You heard Ben. You need to cut it out. That was Dave Coulier's famous catchphrase from Full House. He'd say, "Cut it out." And you'd be like, "Oh, Dave Coulier, Uncle Joey, you're so funny. You're so funny."
You can tell when Billy's bullshit motor starts going because he starts doing this more and more.
I do this all the time.
No, you do it faster, and you get that dumb smirk on your face.
Because I get half a chub.
No,
I get half a chub and
Fuck
it bounces
you, man.
around in my lap.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! I'm done with this shit. We're moving on to something else.
Hello,
I don't want to
darkness,
talk
my
about
friend.
Full House characters and trying to like construct
Move
this
on to something
bullshit
else
narrative.
again.
No.
Joey wasn't their uncle, but they called him uncle because he was best friends.
I should turn off that goddamn internet.
Oh, don't touch me. Don't touch me. TP, are they going to touch me?
I guess we could just put it out there why we're here tonight. I received this email the day after our Shane Dawson coverage. And it was the same night my other channel, the BENPAI channel got it. Nicholas DiOrio got it. I guess other people got it too. They just reviewed all of our monetized videos. For those of you who don't actually make content for YouTube, there's basically 3 stages of monetization. There's fully there's no monetization at all. Then there's the yellow $sign, and then there's the green $sign, which means fully monetized. YouTube went through and turned all of my green $signs into yellow ones.
Yellow $signs. All I see is yellow $signs. Hi, Drunken Peasants. After manually reviewing 25 of your videos, we've confirmed that they aren't suitable for all advertisers.
And you know, YouTube claims that after they review it once, that's permanent, but a lot of these had already been reviewed at some point, and they just decided randomly to review a bunch of them.
As a result, we will continue to run limited or no ads. Hi, Drunken Peasants. Hi. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Shane got removed from the partner program after all this went down. There was a history, it looked like, of Shane being protected by YouTube until it became too unbearable to protect.
Right. Yeah, the rabbit hole just kept getting deeper and deeper and deeper with, the things of him. Like, I know he was joking about it, but it's weird to be like, hey, look at me and my friend. I'm actually a pedo. Like, those kind of posts, pretty weird.
Yeah.
And it's a weird joke to keep making. If there was only one joke about that once ever, I'd be like, oh, okay, he joked about it once, whatever, and there's no evidence that he actually did anything wrong, so it was a joke. But he did it a lot. Like, a lot.
I heard there was something uploaded
Billy
today.
started this sentence with "I heard."
That there was, because I'm not sure exactly if it was uploaded to Instagram or what, from Shane Dawson, and it got taken down. I heard that he said, I was molested, and then like cut it out.
When he was a kid?
I don't know how deep it went. It was like he's been kind of falling apart on social media today. He tweeted something saying lies, all lies, after Tati uploaded her video.
I don't know who that is.
There supposedly was a couple of Instagram streams uploaded from him that were then deleted that were like borderline, like very, very manic behaviors. If he was making those jokes, he says his household all kind of made those jokes. I don't know. There were some videos where he was like looking around for the girl's mom before he talked.
I mean, come on. You've made jokes like that before.
Like what?
Dude, you've made edgy jokes where it made it sound like you were a Play-Doh-phile. Dude, come on.
Maybe.
Dude, you did the, like, I'm going to have to start kids joke.
I don't remember that.
Okay, you do remember it. Let's be real.
Let's be real. You have to put all the context there, too.
Right, well, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Well, of course you know all the context, but not everyone else is.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is this has nothing to do with what I was saying. When I heard that he said that he was molested, it didn't surprise me because a lot of people will joke about things that it's hard for them to deal with personally. Joking is a coping mechanism. So if all these jokes came out for the reason that he was kind of dealing with stuff himself, that would not surprise me.
Joking is one of many coping mechanisms.
Yeah.
Eating is a coping
he
mechanism.
had an eating problem too.
I mean, violence is a coping mechanism. There's all kinds. There's positive and negative coping mechanisms that people can use.
Yeah.
It doesn't make it okay though.
This is Susan Washington.
Isn't she a beauty? Wow. Why didn't she run for like Miss America or something?
She could have been a contender in her day. And that's Shane Dawson next to her, and they're reading The Art and Craft of Tea, the Shane Dawson edition.
Is that really? Oh, they just wrote Shane Dawson.
Probably. Yeah.
Are they saying like drama tea? Is that
that's
what they're?
The joke? Yeah.
That's so ironic. Oh my God, that's so ironic.
Shane lived by the sword and died by the sword. Unfortunately, this was like the world that he kind of like built into. He kind of went against James Charles with Jeffree Star and Tati at one point. And now James Charles is aligned with Tati, and Tati's clapping back against Shane and Jeffree. And we look back at why Tati went after James Charles. She's saying that Shane and Jeffree pushed them towards him. But James Charles was the one that directly competed with her for her vitamin company. And now she's starting off her rebuttal today, 40 minutes, starting off saying, I've talked to, I want to shout out everybody who is believes in a higher power, appealing to the Christian base to get those that believe in a God on her side. And then as she's explaining her, I even allowed them to work with my charities. She's like gassing herself up very big when she's talking about tearing these boys down. These people are cutthroat. They're all business people. They're probably all sociopaths. It would not surprise. I don't know if Shane's a sociopath. I think Shane might be the purest person out of this group of people.
I mean, that's from an outsider looking in, right? Like he could be the most fucked up, and we don't even know it, right?
Well, I think he's like internally like barely keeps it together. The way he is, I think he has a whole lot of crippling self-doubt.
He did kiss Onision too.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I gotta, go to the bathroom.
Of course, Ben leaves me alone after dropping a bomb like that.
Like what?
Shane Dawson kissed Onision before I did. Why you gotta rub it in? Cancel Susan Wojcicki. Honestly, if you look back at... This is the best thing. You look at YouTube 2016, where YouTube really started overhauling and demonetizing. They dropped what they dropped because of channels like Leafy is Here, Keemstar, Rice Gum. These commentary channels took a big hit. Drunken Peasants took a big hit because of their edgier content. And they went all in on the Vine stars like Tana Mojo and the Paul brothers. And they all had their own damn falling outs. Look at all the shit Jake Paul's been through publicly. Logan Paul with the Suicide Forest. They went all in on these young creators thinking because they were Disney aligned and Vine aligned, they'd be safe. Tana Mojo had her TanaCon disaster. And then Shane Dawson was there to pick up the pieces when Tana fell apart. And they passed the torch almost to Shane Dawson because he was able to take a bad image and portray it to an audience in a way that, this person may or may not be evil. They're human. And then he goes and gives that same treatment to Jeffree Star and Jake Paul, humanizes these people, gets in bed with Jeffree Star, puts out his palette line, sees all the money Jeffree Star's going through, gets them big cars, signs on the dotted line, and now he's the big baller in the fucking makeup game too. And he's getting taken down. Seems like every horse that YouTube tends to back ends up getting taken down. They should have just stuck with the 2016 edgy content. Tried not to get all that Coca-Cola money. Build up the money from independent advertisers, but it's not about the advertisers really at the end of the day. It's about media control. And YouTube was the new MTV. It was the new hot shit. All the kids loved it. And now they're going to milk it dry and suck it of everything they love. Discard everybody along the way. It's a juggernaut. Susan Wojcicki probably should be canceled. And if she does get canceled, someone worse will take her place. Bet money on that. It'll only get worse. It won't get better. You have to try and operate YouTube independently of YouTube's policy. That's why we're so lucky on this channel. We're getting to demonetization, but we still have everybody supporting us. We're here on Twitch tonight. We got so many brand new subscribers gifted out and everything. People are still chucking us money on the goal. We got a Patreon going. That's how you have to survive in YouTube today. You have to look for those fans that are willing to put their money where their mouth is and give them a place to Give them something worth buying into, because YouTube doesn't care about this sort of content. It would completely die if not for the fan bases.
Yes. You know, and I was fine with them just being stagnant with us and just letting us upload. But when they actively started shadow banning, it's like, well, now it's a hindrance. YouTube is literally hindering us on purpose. You know, at first we would get all the recommendations and all of that shit. And it's just been one thing after another. They just slowly pull the rug out from you, thread by thread, until there's nothing left. Fuck that. Yeah.
I have to clean up my image and become a sweet boy so I can get a job on Fox News Kids.
Fox News Kids?
Yeah, Fox News Kids.
I don't think that exists.
What's up, kids? It's Billy the Fridge here, and I just want to say, MAGA 2024, we're going to keep making America great, even with or without Lord Emperor Trump. You tell them, kids, you'll be 18 in 24 years when Trump's here to be reelected the 19th time. Come on in, tell me how you're doing.
Check this out.
You literally cannot mandate somebody to wear a mask knowing that that mask is killing people. It literally is killing people. And the people...
Can I see the instance where someone literally died because they had a mask?
Well, there was that Klan member that couldn't outrun the people that were like, fuck you, Klan member. And then maybe that never happened.
We, the people, are waking up, and we know what citizen's arrest is, because citizen's arrests are already happening, okay? And every single one of you that are obeying the devil's laws are going to be arrested. And you, doctor, are going to be arrested.
Damn. I feel like the mentally ill are the most susceptible to religion, because this sounds like something Tila Tequila would say. Like if Tila Tequila got in front of city council or whatever this is, county commissioners, this is the kind of shit she would say.
Crimes against humanity. Every single one of you have a smirk behind that little mask, but every single one of you.
A lot of them aren't even wearing masks, but they're behind glass. So
yeah.
They're like, she's like, every single one of you has a smirk behind your mask.
You are going to get punished by God. You cannot escape God. You cannot escape God. I'm going to say that again. You cannot escape God, not even with the mask or 6 feet.
But can you escape God, though? Not even with a mask or 6 feet.
Is she saying the coronavirus is God? Should we all be... is that the cure to the coronavirus?
The corona is the sun. We praise the sun god, Amun Ra, Ra. The coronavirus, the God virus.
Wow, you know what? You're putting this together so right. It's almost as scientific as numerology, so I believe it.
Praise the God virus, the corona.
God virus.
Amun Ra, sun god, coronavirus. Praise the God corona.
I hereby decree that the great God of the coronavirus be besieged upon us all.
How hot is the sun? How many degrees is the sun?
I think it gets hotter the more towards the center of it you go.
So
I don't know. I don't know the number.
Whatever the number of degrees the surface of the sun is heat-wise, that will be the number of decrees that we will bestow upon the earth based on the Lord Corona, sun virus god.
Okay? 6
More
feet, like I
than we
said
have
before,
degrees.
is military protocol. You're trying to get the people to train them so when the cameras, the 5G comes out, what? They're gonna scan everybody. We gotta
Glad
get
she
scanned.
dropped
We gotta get
5G on
temperature.
them.
The kids have to go to school with masks. Are you insane? Are you
What's wrong with kids wearing masks?
crazy?
Well, they can't wear masks to school, but it's okay for them to have bulletproof backpacks. Fuck it, right?
I've seen before they had the bulletproof backpacks, they did the see-through backpacks so you couldn't bring a weapon in.
Yeah.
I think all of you should be in a psych ward right the heck.
Oh my God, the projection is just insane.
Heck now, because none of you know what the hell you are all talking about. This is insane. And then you want to open this meeting with a prayer to God. Are you praying to the devil? Because God is not listening to that prayer. Because all of you are practicing the devil.
She's gatekeeping God. God agrees with what I do. What I do is what God likes. What you do is what the devil likes.
It's time for us to gatekeep the God.
Conservatives do the same thing. They go, what I like and believe in is American. If you don't agree with me, you're anti-American. Only people who agree with me are the real Americans. It's so weird.
Laws. What happened to Bill Gates?
What happened to Bill Gates? He's one of the richest men in the world. He has a pretty fucking awesome life. He's given more money to charity than anyone else living on the planet ever. I mean, what?
Is he not in jail? Why is
he not in jail? Well, I mean, even if he did do bad things, it's less likely he'd go to jail because of how rich he is. But, I mean, I don't believe he's done anything to go to jail.
Hillary Clinton not in jail?
But
I'm not going to assume innocent until proven guilty.
Why are all
Good thing Billy. You ever been on jury duty, Billy?
Nope.
Thank fucking God.
I tell every time they try to get me on jury duty, I tell them I'm racist against white people. They let me go.
these pedophiles that are
my white privilege
demanding
comes into play.
you all to listen to their rules? Why are they not in jail? Oh, is it because you're part of them? Are you part of the deep
Your
state?
time has expired.
The deep state is going down, and if any of
So she's a QAnon lunatic.
you are in the deep state, you're going down with it.
Man, there's just too much information out there for people who are easily fooled. There's so much misinformation.
Everybody is easily fooled. This is all misinformation on both sides. People who hold on to fact and truth right now are losing a battle against information. Fact and truth have minimal value. It's such a fucking joke.
There's one person in this room that vocally has lost touch with reality, and they are spouting QAnon talking points.
Yeah.
We can't pretend that she's somehow equal to everyone else.
Well, the amount of people she brings in versus the amount of people that truth and fact bring in, we're fighting a losing battle here. And how are we supposed to fight that?
I don't have to fight it with, I mean, like, I'm my own keeper. I don't believe this shit. That's all I can actually control is myself. I can influence others, but ultimately what they decide to believe is up to them. And I don't spend too much time worrying about the things I can't control. So if people want to believe this crazy shit, they can. I think, thankfully, now they're the minority.
I think the intelligent truth seekers are the minority. The majority are people who just want to follow.
The majority of people are not like this.
Not like this, but they're just as confused about other things. I think the amount of people...
You make a lot of equivalencies that really quite aren't there.
We'll see.
Like, you think someone believing in the crazy shit this woman just said is somehow equal to people thinking like a certain fact isn't true when it is or whatever. It's not the same as believing in, like, going to a city council meeting and accusing them all of being members of the deep state.
I think her doing this is just as ridiculous as somebody going to church on Sunday and praising their life in the hands of some guy who's probably just going to put the collection plates into his personal bank account and fuck the world. Like,
I don't agree with that. And a lot of them can't put it into their personal bank account because that is tax evasion, and a lot of them will end up going to jail.
But using the people.
This is way worse. I think this is another false equivalency. I don't think that they're equal.
I didn't say they were equal. I think they're the same thing to me. I consider them the same
Equal
thing.
means same thing.
Not equal. They're equally as irrelevant.
Equal literally means the same thing.
Well, I consider them equally, in my mind, equally fucking insane.
I don't. Like, the belief may be as irrational, but one is way less crazy than the other. Just because, like, one is literally woven into society for millennia, and the other is a crazy internet conspiracy theory started on 4chan less than 10 years ago. There's a difference.
I mean, sure, there's a difference. but I look at them as equally crazy. When I say the
They're
majority
equally-
of people are like this, it's not because they're QAnon supporters. It's because they support weirdo false bullshit. And they won't change no matter how much you tell them fact-wise. They'll support their fucking beliefs over their facts. And that's why I am saying, this is the majority here. It's just they found a new religion to fucking follow in QAnon.
I don't think that QAnon's a religion.
It's not. It's 100%.
There's religion as what the shit she's spouting has the religion already part of it, but it's not a new religion. It's an old
a new
one.
belief. It's a new belief based on zero fact. It's the idea is religion based. It's triggering and ticking all those marks that conspiracy.
You ever
and
get
religion
tired of
do.
carrying the goalpost?
No, I get tired of people who put up goalposts to try and make a point. Like, okay, there's a goalpost that you have that makes you right, but it's not about being right. It's not about being
It's
wrong.
not about being. No, it's not.
If you
right.
have to be right, then go ahead and be right. I don't need a fucking goalpost. I'm having a conversation about how fucking batshit insane this person is, but there's so many other batshit insane people, and there's batshit insane people that I support, and I support their batshit insane ideas because I feel like those batshit insane ideas might drive some sort of actual change in fact into this world. A lot of people think AOC is batshit insane, and I support any batshit insanity that she has.
I don't think she's batshit insane.
A lot of people do.
Well, chances are those people are the insane ones.
And that's the problem.
She hasn't said anything. She might have ideas that you can disagree with, but she's not batshit insane.
There's a lot of people who believe she is.
Okay, there's a lot of people that believe whatever. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm saying this belief shit is fucking taking over right now. Facts don't matter anymore.
To me, they do.
Exactly. And you're one of the dying few, Ben.
Okay.
Belief in fact is another belief. Numbers matter right now. And it's crazy how many people are going after things that are against their own best interest because of the way belief sways them.
For the people in the chat that keep typing lagging, it's only lagging for you. Like I'm watching us through a browser just like any of you would, and nothing's lagging. And it shouldn't be any different for me than for anybody else. So I don't know. Do a internet speed test or something. Posting lagging in the chat isn't the cure for lagging. It's lagging because the only option is 1080. I mean, what year is it? 1080 isn't even the highest anymore. We got like 2 and 4K.
In the year... Well, we're living in America, so a lot of people can't support 1080 because of their internet connections. Because we have backwoods internet connections, and we don't care about the information superhighway. If we just let the military take over our internet connection, we'd have great internet. The way they took over the GPS coordinates and gave it to the world. It was very kind of them.
I don't know, man. I guess. Do we need to stream in 720?
Who knows? Maybe we just got to stick to Lord YouTube till the end of our dying days. Good old days.
YouTube 1080 uses much less bandwidth than Twitch 1080 source.
They want 480p. Give us 480p. If we become affiliates, they'll give us more, I heard.
We already affiliates.
Well, then partners or something will be able to switch it or some bullshit. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, we've been affiliates forever. We're not partners, but we could be eventually.
Oh.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, everybody just watch this on your microwave. If it doesn't work on your television or cell phone, watch it on your microwave.
Watch it on your Commodore 64.
Commodore 64.
So we're probably going to hang out for a little while longer. And then, I don't know. I don't have that movie downloaded yet. I didn't find it. We might have to double. We should just knock them both out at the beginning of next month, like back to back. Be done with it. Well, I don't mean the same night, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, because we didn't get our. We were one movie review behind, and now we got to be behind again because we'll probably after this stream's over. I've got a lot of things to do to set up next month. I have like 90% of the month booked, so. I can actually go over who we've got coming up.
I want to shout out to everybody watching at home on their Hitachi Pleasure 9000s. That was a big get for Drunken Peasants to be available on the Hitachi Pleasure 9000. We signed a big deal with Hitachi. A big deal.
No.
Is that not true?
No.
Those of you watching on your Samsung smart fridges, good job.
Samsung smart fridges.
Yeah, we are available on certain models of the Samsung smart fridge. I'd like to personally thank YouTube for everything they've ever done.
So, coming up on Thursday, we've got Scott Henson again.
Yeah.
Tuesday the 7th, Hannibal and Monty.
Yes.
On the 9th, we've got Asterios and Scott Henson.
Yes.
On the 11th, we've got Tommy C.
Yeah.
On the 14th, we've got Brad Jones, Cinema Snob. On the 16th, we've got Scott again. On the 18th, we have Ricky Shane Page again.
Nice.
And Mr. Ooh La La.
On the same episode?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. No one for the 21st yet. I'm working on that. Asterios and Scott again on the 23rd. On the 25th, we have Stevie Wolf coming back because he said he wanted to be on more often, so I'm bringing him back. On the 28th, Hannibal and Monty again. And on the 30th, we've got Scott once again. Scott's a good regular.
Yeah.
So.
Everybody I know thinks Scott is super intelligent and cute. And they want to buy him a steak and a beer.
A steak and
Everybody
a beer.
I know, yeah.
Hopefully they open the border again someday.
I want them to.
You know, the EU's not letting Americans come into the European Union for now.
Damn it.
They're letting Australians and Canadians in, but not Americans.
Just when I get my passport.
You don't have your passport.
I was thinking about it, though.
You've been thinking about it for literal years now.
Yeah, that would be true, huh?
Yeah.
I've been thinking about it since 2009 or 2008.
So,
Good
over a
times.
decade.
Yeah. Yeah. Mr. Captain Snack says, why are you surprised about that? We were responsible with the virus. Not you silly Americans.
I'm not surprised. I'm just like, fuck, I'm embarrassed. I'm more embarrassed than surprised. So we got about 10 minutes left before we wrap this up. And then we're going to start next month strong. Everyone get your patrons in and everything. This is the last day to qualify to get an actual Maniac. A BENPAI actual Maniac. I sent out all the domestic actual Maniacs a few days ago.
The baby Billies.
Yep. All the U.S. ones. The international ones are going to go out in a couple days. I didn't know that I needed a special form for all the international ones. I have to do a customs declaration form for all of them. And there's this little clear envelope that you have to stick on all packages. I've seen it when people have sent them to me from out of the country, but I didn't, I'm new to all this.
Yeah.
So. Billy's playing drums on his belly.
It's my Billy Belly drums. It's a good time. Yeah. I'd also like to welcome to the show our new guest, Billy Bellyman.
Billy Bellyman?
Yeah, he's
Billy Bellyman.
It's the Billy Bellyman.
Man. Billy Bellyman. Billy
I don't think I can do Billy Bellyman on
Billy
Twitch.
Bellyman. No, you can't.
Yeah, I was gonna. He'll be here for a YouTube episode. Billy Bellyman.
Billy Bellyman. Billy Bellyman. Billy Bellyman. Billy Bellyman.
Belly boy. NT Stratos got your actual Maniac today. Have you done anything bad with it yet? AKA played with your other action figures and made it beat them up and win because it's Bill Fridge?
Yeah, once someone gets an actual Maniac, let us know.
And Stratos says he got his.
Oh, really? Already?
Yeah, Racing Surf came in with the big $10 Patreon.
Thank you,
Right here,
thank
right
you.
now. Right here, right now. I don't think that's going to happen, Mouse Fitzgerald, but thank you for asking.
Be my Seattle sweetheart. Be my Valentine Day.
Be my Valentine Day. So, can I tell you something, Ben?
No. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
You ever eat at a Wiener Schnitzel?
No, I have not.
Wiener Schnitzel is like a fast food restaurant.
For hot dogs.
Yeah,
I've
for
seen
hot
it.
dogs.
There was one in Albuquerque I used to drive by all the time.
They have one in Everett, Washington.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't been there for a very long time. I was out with my sister, and she was like, where should we go to get food? And everything had closed, and it was open till midnight. And everything else was COVID closed. I said, let's go to a Wiener Schnitzel.
That's not keto.
Let's go to, it was not keto.
Didn't you start? Wasn't...
I did, yeah. It's not good. So I went to Wiener Schnitzel, and they have something called Fruit Loop dipped cone. You ever get a dipped cone?
Like an ice
It's
cream
like a
cone?
soft serve, and they dip it in like a candy
Yeah.
coating.
Yeah, I've
Well,
got
this
those.
candy coating happened to have Fruit Loop flavoring and Fruit Loop speckles in it.
Weird.
Ben, it was so good. It was easily the most divine nectar I've ever experienced. It was like eating a bowl of cereal.
I don't eat cereal.
Well, this was an ice cream cone.
I don't eat. I don't eat. I don't eat a lot of sugary things. I prefer spicy things, which would not be cereal.
Well, they had spicy hot dogs there as well.
Sure, I would be more inclined to eat that than anything like
They had
ice
Polish
cream.
dogs.
Kielbasa.
Yeah, it was Polish. It was a Polish sausage.
Kielbasa.
I don't think it was exactly a kielbasa.
A kielbasa is a Polish sausage.
Is Costco's Polish sausages you get in their hot dog buns, are those kielbasas?
I've never had those.
Yeah,
Are
they're-
they white?
No.
Because like kielbasa is usually like white meat.
I know a kielbasa, and I know what a Polish sausage is. I don't think this Polish sausage was a kielbasa.
Weird.
But.
And what was it? Like.
It was. They served it with a sauerkraut. It was called the German. It was a Polish sausage.
It was a Polish sausage called the German?
Because it was served with sauerkraut and mustard.
Hold on. It's a Polish sausage called the German.
Yeah.
Okay.
And for 60 cents, you can get it upgraded on a pretzel bun. It was worth the 60 cents, Ben. It was the most delicious German Polish sausage I've ever experienced. I just thought I would let the world know.
The popular types of Polish sausage. Kielbasa.
Yeah.
I believe the word kielbasa might literally mean sausage in Polish.
What is the difference between Polish sausage and kielbasa? Right below that.
Kielbasa is literally the Polish word for sausage.
Yeah. Contrary to popular belief, the word kielbasa does not refer only to the large smoked links commonly seen vacuum-packed in grocery stores. That's what I think of when I think kielbasa. Kielbasa is the generic word for sausage. So whether it's smoked fresh or cured, a kielbasa will always have a modifier to describe just what kind of sausage
So
it
that's
is.
when you said I had a Polish sausage, I just kept saying kielbasa.
Yeah.
But
so a
the
country sausage
the
is
ones
what
I've
I
normally,
think of.
Right.
You think of the white sausage, eh?
Well, it's normally white, like the ones I've had, but
yeah,
literally the Polish word for sausage is kielbasa.
When I think of kielbasa, I think of the country sausage.
Okay, but you realize it's not what you think of.
Well, obviously.
Come on, Billy. Come on, admit it.
Admit what?
Come on. We're waiting. We're all waiting. You were wrong about the sausage you were eating not being kielbasa.
Is that true?
Yes.
Oh, because
come on, just do it. You can do it. Just admit it. Don't try to.
They didn't use the Polish word on anywhere on the menu, and nowhere did kielbasa come up on the menu. It was simply Polish sausage.
And what is the Polish word for sausage?
I don't know. It wasn't on the Wiener Schnitzel
Okay,
menu.
well, I'm showing you right now.
Well, yeah, but you can't just say that you were right when you were completely wrong.
What do you mean? You were wrong.
No, I wasn't. Not in one place did kielbasa come up on that menu.
You said you had a Polish sausage. What's the Polish word for sausage?
Kielbasa.
Okay.
But it wasn't from a Polish company. It was a German.
Oh my God!
It was a German hot dog.
You're so dishonest.
Am I?
Yes, you are.
You're dishonest.
You literally.
You are trying to.
In the way you argue, you can never admit you're wrong.
Because I'm not wrong.
Okay.
I had a Polish sausage.
Kielbasa.
I don't think it was a kielbasa. No.
If it's a Polish sausage, it's called kielbasa.
I think it was branded Polish sausage. It was actually just a what somebody. It looked more like the barbecue sausage on here.
I knew you wouldn't admit it, so I just want to show everyone what he does.
The word kielbasa? It means sausage in Polish, but it doesn't mean a Polish sausage is a kielbasa. Kielbasa literally means kielbasa sausage in Polish, right? But in a westernized world, the word kielbasa doesn't mean the same in a westernized world.
Okay.
You're holding on to like an old world from Poland because you're Polish, so I understand. It's your old world. But here at Wiener Schnitzel, in Western worlds, not
in Western world, they just call it a Polish sausage.
Yes, Polish sausage is their way of saying it's a
You're so
barbecue
full of
sausage.
shit. It's unbelievable.
I don't think I am.
I know you don't think you are. I think you actually know you are, and you just won't
so.
admit it.
I don't believe. I think I'm the most honest,
You're
open
not.
person ever.
You're not, especially when it
history of
comes
the
to
world.
you. Anything negative about you, you're the most dishonest
true.
about. Oh, trust me, it is.
No, that's not true at all.
When it comes to anything about you in a negative light, you're the most dishonest about it.
No, I just can handle criticism better than most people. That's the problem.
No, you can't.
Yes.
No, you just pretend like it doesn't exist.
I think it's better than sitting and contributing to the negative connotation of the criticism and being like, I don't cry.
No, I didn't say I don't cry.
Oh.
I said I've never cried in a stream.
Yeah, and I would
because
just,
if
I
I'm
would just
going to
ignore. I would ignore anybody telling me I cried, and then now I'm dishonest because I ignore the negativity. I think I do it a better way.
Is it so? It's just negative. So you being wrong in of itself is negative. And
Of course,
that's why you
yeah.
ignore it. You're so full of shit.
What's the
It's
point?
unbelievable.
What's the-
No, I'm done. I'm done arguing this with you. You just
Look
with
at
your
Ben,
little laugh
so
right
dishonest.
there. You just admitted it. And then you tried to position it as if I said I don't cry. Of course, everybody cries. I've never cried on stream. If I feel like I'm going to cry on stream, I would just end it.
Yeah.
Stop crying. You're wrong.
I'm not wrong.
You are.
I won. Pull up the Wiener Schnitzel website and let's see how many times kielbasa's
I don't think
mentioned
that's
there.
necessary.
Exactly.
A Polish sausage is a kielbasa. Literally, you go here. Popular types of Polish sausage.
Yeah, but
kielbasa.
Right there. What's the difference between Polish sausage and kielbasa? Click that one. I trust that one. That's answering the question we're asking.
You're gonna act like it doesn't matter if it proves you wrong.
That's not true. What is kielbasa? Kielbasa is the Polish word for sausage. Kielbasa can have distinctive garlic taste along with other flavorings. La da da.
Yep.
Kielbasa is a type of smoked sausage, usually only lightly smoked. So
Same thing.
So it's a smoked sausage. That's what the Polish sausage was.
It says it can have other flavorings like smoke. It doesn't have to
The
be smoked.
kielbasa has garlic, where the kielbasa is a smoked sausage, usually only lightly smoked. It says. But yeah.
Okay.
Like I said.
Yeah. This is the one that matters.
It doesn't.
This is the resource that matters.
It doesn't answer the difference, though. We couldn't even.
Cringerweight champion, everybody.
Yeah, their next cringerweight champion, Benjamin Pai. The brand new Benjamin Pilot. Galveron says, you're arguing over sausage. No, we're arguing over kielbasa.
We're arguing.
That's the Polish word for sausage.
Literally, we're arguing if Billy will ever admit when he's wrong.
That's not true.
Yes, we are.
No. We're talking about sausage here. And if you pull up the Wiener Schnitzel website,
No, you said this mattered.
Because
you said you cared about...
Kielbasa means sausage in Poland, but the colloquial
means-
term for kielbasa in this region is not sausage. It's a particular
you're
type.
stupid.
It's a particular type of sausage.
So you're wrong about that then?
No, I'm coming from a place of westernized culture, which is where we're from, not Poland. Here in westernized culture, a kielbasa is more.
This is Billy's
more commonly
version
known.
of comedy.
It's more commonly known as a kielbasa is the country sausage. We don't call sausages here kielbasas because we don't speak the Polish language here. We speak the English language.
Uh-huh. Sure thing.
It's true.
Then why call it Polish sausage? Why not call it English language sausage while you're at it? Why even bother calling it something from somewhere else since the old world language is just so irrelevant?
Because here we refer to the Polish sausage as a smoked hot dog.
No.
Yeah, a Polish sausage is a smoked sausage, a
You're
smoked
wrong.
dog. It's a dog that's been smoked. That's the Polish way here in this westernized civilization.
Seriously? He said he had a Polish sausage. I said, oh, you mean kielbasa? No, a Polish sausage.
Yeah.
Oh, and I said, oh, all kielbasa is a Polish sausage. And you were like, no, it's not.
Yeah, here regionally we refer to
Regionally,
the country
fuck you.
sausage as a
Regionally, here
kielbasa.
you're wrong about everything. How about that? In this room, regionally, in this little region, you're wrong about everything.
Weird.
I can do the regional. You can break it down into like little region all you want. I
suppose.
Yeah, that's stupid, and I don't agree with it.
Stupid? You don't agree with different regions having different cultures?
No, different regions have different cultures, but you're talking about bringing a Polish culture into your little region. And if you call it something different than what it actually is, that's not true. That's not what it is.
Here, a kielbasa is more the country sausage.
No, you're
type.
wrong. You're just saying that for the sake of making yourself be right. That's why.
1 second.
Okay, cool.
I have to talk to my sausage friend. Typing in.
I don't care about anyone that you have to talk to about.
I gotta call my sausage maker friend.
No.
It's important.
No, it's not. I'm going to mute you if you call somebody.
Did I find this?
Because this is so fucking irrelevant.
Yeah, there you go.
Nope.
Found it. All right. I just looked it up. My sausage friend actually says that you're right, Ben. And you've always been right.
I don't care either way. I don't care what your sausage friend says.
I'm a fool for questioning kielbasa.
You didn't actually message anybody.
I did.
No, you didn't. Prove it. Show it to me.
I deleted his text because he sided with you. I blocked him from my phone because he sided with you.
Oh, whatever.
I don't want a friend like that won't take my side. I can't have that guy on my friend list. Polish sausages, Mr. Morden says, barbecue, blood, white hunters, beer, and country. And the country Polish sausage is what we call kielbasa in this region. Allegas with the two-shoe train. Thank you for getting that in there, getting us to over 11% of our goal tonight. We have 2 days left for the main shows. And hopefully we'll be able to reach that happy boy goal. Because we're going to do Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday this week. Man, look at that kielbasa. Stuff looks good, man. You like the white ones? Is that what you are normally think of when you think of a kielbasa?
Yeah, like that's what I would normally have.
That big thick one there, the round one that's sliced.
Oh, the one that looks like a slice of ham.
Yeah. That's what you get, like one of the Polish like big rounders, and it slices up like a fucking dinner ham. Those are really good.
Yeah, the one. Oh shit! It didn't even pull. Oh, here it is. Yeah, the one on the left is the one that.
Yeah, what I ate at Wiener Schnitzel was like that Johnsonville Polish kielbasa right there. The Johnsonville shape, it looked like that.
Yeah, it literally says kielbasa.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that does look more like and I've seen this kind before too. Like I've had this served at a family meal too.
Bar S down there was probably more like what Wiener Schnitzel was selling though. I doubt they were.
Yeah, I've seen it cooked in a pan. Yeah. Like normally I'd see it cooked in a cast iron skillet like this. I've never personally grilled a Polish sausage before.
How do you prepare them?
Normally, well,
look at that pan with the kraut. That's a good preparation.
Yeah. I normally be cooked like baked in a cast iron skillet, or boiled even. But I would probably like it better grilled now since I like to grill things.
I did a nice kraut and Polish sausage and some onion and some green and red peppers and bell peppers.
Yeah.
Bake that. It came out really nice.
People think I'm like really, really upset. I'm glad I can trick people.
I don't know, Ben. I've been getting a myriad of texts saying I need to apologize to you right now. I'm sorry.
Show me.
I'm sorry, Ben.
Show me. I want to see who said it.
I blocked all those people that told me to because they should have my side. They should just blindly follow me. But they weren't wrong, so I will. I will apologize now, Ben. You are the boy with the Polish heritage.
I'm the sausage master.
What is that?
I made gorgonzola stuffed dates today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Are you supposed to eat those?
Yeah, they're dates stuffed
They
with
look
gorgonzola
pretty
cheese.
Good. Is that before they got cooked?
Yeah, that was before.
And you cook them and then the cheese melts?
Yeah. You bake them for like a couple minutes.
Somebody says it looks like cocaine on a chode.
On a chode? What kind of chodes have you been looking at?
Oh, yeah.
Here's the steak that I grilled yesterday. Look at the fucking
Is that a nice looking steak?
Yes.
It looks kind of like I should get a bandana that looks like that, and I could wear
like
a bandana,
like a wagyu
wagyu bandana.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty fucking cool,
dude. It cooked so perfectly.
Power Rangers.
My mouth is like, this is what it looked like after I was done. It was perfectly pink in the middle.
Did you put like a glaze on it or something?
A little bit. Well, like a dry rub.
Okay.
Yeah, so it like the outside, the very outside was a little crispy, but on the inside it was perfect. It was not burnt. Like the closest crispiness you'll see is like right on the edge of it. On the inside it was let me see. I'll show you guys what it looked like on the inside when I cut it open. Just have to pull it up here. This is almost like overtime here.
This is honestly, Ben.
What?
This steak is way better than the damn Polish sausage I had.
Of course.
So I feel like you already won before we even started.
It's not about
you
winning.
already beat me, Ben.
It wasn't about winning.
Damn it.
All right. I gotta grab.
I'm over here talking about a goddamn drive-through sausage, and you've got what looks to be
look at
flesh
that.
of the Lord.
Is that too rare for you?
No.
Dude,
I've had
You like it
blue.
even more rare than that?
I order my steaks rare. I order big, thick, rare steaks all the time. That's a medium rare probably.
Yeah, I would say so.
Medium rare is like pink all the way through. Rare has a little like grit and blood in the middle. Like not blood, but it's got that uncooked. It's still supposed to be cool, whether it's rare or medium rare.
I saw someone say "well done" in the chat, and I'm trying so hard not to ban them.
They said "well
right
done,
now.
please." Well, that's
Yeah.
Zach Attack. Zach is a constant troll. Zach has been trolling steadily for probably the last 2 years. They're very dedicated. They go on my Facebook page and troll there. They troll everywhere. I think I blocked them on a few accounts.
Would it be funny if they weren't really trolling and they weren't really that smart?
Nah, they're.
You know what? I usually assume that they're not and that they're just not smart.
Nah, Zach is one of those fans that can't just be kind. They have to be extra. Still a fan. Still a fan.
But I don't mean if you like steak well done, that doesn't mean you're not smart. I just think you have shitty taste.
Yeah, you're smart. Your taste buds are dumb though.
Yeah, so
I don't know. I don't know why. I think I used to like well done steak when I was a kid, but it's because I was a dumb kid.
Yeah.
I think I was a stupid kid. I was like, oh, I got well done. And then I ended up getting, every time I'd order it, it would come back charred. I'm like, well, that's just steak. I'm not a big fan of steak. I don't really like steak that much.
Did you drench it in A1? That's what I did when I was a kid.
Probably, yeah.
I don't think my parents were the best cooks, and like steak was always really chewy, like dry and chewy, and it was like I would eat steak in A1 sauce like dipping fries in ketchup practically. You know what I mean?
I know so many people that get steak well done with ketchup. I'm like, you're sick.
Taking after the Donald.
Why do you do that? Why? I bet you Donald Trump has had some very expensive steaks massacred. Could you imagine the amount of money Donald Trump spent on one steak just to have it?
He owned a whole steak company for a while.
I don't know if he owned the company or if he was like a distribution for like Omaha.
Well, I mean,
something.
it wasn't Omaha Steaks. It was his own brand, but obviously he didn't own the farm or anything. But he sold them through the Sharper Image. I don't think the Sharper Image exists anymore. But the Sharper Image was at like malls and airports. No one goes to the mall or the airport to buy a frozen steak. Like, if you want a steak, you'll buy it fresh. You know, like you only freeze it if you have too much.
You would think.
Someone asked, "Can I send you bats here on Twitch?" Yes, you can.
You can do it.
And everyone, if you see Cosmic Sauce in the chat, you can subscribe or follow Cosmic Sauce here on Twitch. If you want to see some art streams and some gaming streams.
You can also follow me. I don't stream.
Yeah.
But maybe I will. Maybe one day I'll show
Magic cards?
up. Maybe I'll show up one day.
Can we do a stream where you teach me how to play Magic cards?
Probably.
I'll embarrass myself by being too dumb to learn how to play Magic cards.
Lit.
Yeah.
It's a good game. It's a GG. Good game, Magic cards.
Have you ever heard of a game called Euchre? It's a traditional card game where you play with like regular playing cards. It's really popular.
I don't think I've ever played it, but I think my grandma or somebody played Euchre. I can't remember who.
She's from Ohio?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because that's like a Midwest Great Lakes kind of game.
Yeah.
A lot of people haven't heard of it. I knew a group of people in Albuquerque that played Euchre. Like, they had like a special group of people who knew how to play it.
Kovo Yeen asked if I play Magic the Gathering Arena. I've played it. I haven't played it for a while, though. Unfortunately, I have not played it for a while.
Magic the Kielbasa.
Magic the Kielbasa.
A.K.A. the all-encompassing Polish sausage. I don't give a fuck what Wiener Schnitzel said. Those Germans.
Do you know the Quartering?
I know
used
who
to
he
stream
is.
Magic the Gathering the same time I did.
Oh, at the same time?
Like, yeah, he would, like, it was the same time period I was streaming Magic the Gathering, and he hadn't really blown up as a commentary channel yet because he was a streamer, and he'd, like, have his, like, anti-left stream. People go like, man, that guy is, like, super Trump supporter, super right-leaning guy, and I like, never really followed him. I don't think he used his camera when he streamed either. He would just like talk. Because I remember seeing him on actual YouTube for the first time. I was like, that's what that guy looks like?
I mean, he looks like someone I would imagine that plays Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, but I just remember like actually seeing him for the first time because I only ever listened to him when I checked in his channel because he'd be up there on the stream list for Magic the Gathering, and he wouldn't get any support because he was right-leaning and Wizards was super liberal.
We had him on DP once. Do you remember that?
Yeah, he was talking about coming back for a spin till you spew.
And then, like, I think he noticed, like, oh, they're not right wing, so I don't think they're cool. I think that's what happened.
I don't know. I don't know. You are the libtards.
I guess that's what happened. I don't know. All of a sudden, he just wasn't interested anymore. But yeah, he was really cool. Like, we got along with him really well. We can get along with... Styx did the same thing, too. Styx Hexenhammer.
Yeah.
We had him on one time with Roaming Millennial.
Yeah.
And everything was cool. And he was like, oh, I had a good time. And then I tried to set up that debate that he actually started. Like, he's the one who provoked it. And then backed out of it last minute.
So, are we just hanging out right now?
I think we'll give it a little bit longer since we're not doing a post show, and then we're going to end this. I was...
Should we try and pull in anybody when it's on Twitch, or should we just... we do it on the post shows sometimes, but
yeah,
I never know with these live mics because
Right.
Twitch is a special place.
Right.
It's a special place. But Stebby McHug says, Effin' Billy trying to leave. Where do you have to be? Stebby, I'm growing tired of your comments. I will tell you this. I was going to ask if we wanted to bring the chat in, but I have reservations because of the platform we're on and some of the people sometimes making comments that might get us banned. That's what I was leading to. So don't fucking assume things, you petulant child. Don't make me actually give a damn and ruin you. I'll crush you. I'll crush you.
Crush! Crush!
Crush!
Rusev! Crush!
Rusev got released.
Yeah, a bunch of them
That's
did.
so sad. Rusev was great.
I saw his wife at the airport in L.A. one time.
Lana?
Yeah. Yeah, and like, you know, have you ever seen someone and you think it's a famous person, but you don't want to embarrass yourself? So you're like, so I was like, you know, I'm in L.A. There's a lot of like blonde women, you know, that look like that. So I was like, maybe it's not her. But it was on a flight from L.A. back to Columbus, and I looked up WWE's schedule, and they had a Raw that night in Columbus. And then I went to her Instagram and saw a picture of her at the airport wearing the exact same shit. I'm like, that's definitely her now. But I still didn't say anything to her.
That's what I did when I flew to Seattle from L.A. with Jacqueline Glenn. I was looking at her, and I was like, I think that's Jacqueline Glenn.
It would be so embarrassing, like, if you thought it was them and it wasn't them.
And I was like, I'm not going to say anything. And then I tweeted about it, and then she was like, yeah, that was me. And I was like, oh, well, now I feel like a dumbass for not being like, hi, remember Onision?
Yeah.
We got a common friend in Onision.
Yeah. You got a friend in Onision.
This is before Onision humped me, too. This was in December, I think. This was like a month and a half before I got the fucking onion stink.
The onion stank.
The onion stank. And your little dog, too.
That onion stank. Get it off of
Diavolo
you.
says Billy is low T. I think you're wrong.
Could you bathe in vinegar and get the onion stank off of you?
I think you have to do tomato juice.
Tomato juice.
Yeah, tomato juice. And then you come out smelling like a spicy meatball.
You know, I kept my fortism, my forehead issues at bay most of this stream. But then that sausage argument, man, really got me triggered.
Yeah, a lot of people have told me that your forehead tisms are really, like, bothering them, and I banned every one of them. I banned every single one of them. I said, you won't talk that way about my
Good for
friend
you.
Ben.
I'm glad.
My good friend Ben, I
Thank
love
you.
him. I said that to him.
Thank
I
you.
love him. You leave him alone.
Him.
I love him.
Him.
I love him. Leave him alone. And I think they've stopped for the most part. But I'm watching you. I'm watching you, little piggies.
You take.
Do you know webcam you use for me here?
It's the C930.
C930?
Yeah. Yep.
I found 2 webcams, and I don't know what they are at my house. I have to look them up and figure out what they are. They don't look like these ones, so I can rule out C930.
You know, I felt bad about my forehead twitches, but then I saw Ethan Klein, and that dude's got the weirdest, it goes like in like this weird wave pattern where he does the people's eyebrow here and then does it here and then does it back.
And it seems to happen when he's super nervous sometimes too.
It's a nervous tick.
It's a tell, I think. And he has a lot of nerve problems from what he said. I have enjoyed his content for a long time, but I definitely see a lot of stuff in him that I think is probably, he gets away with a lot of stuff that he calls other people out for. So that's kind of strange. But he tries to be like Mr. Goody Two Shoes or whatever. He tries to be the voice of reason, but then
no, he's not even that bright.
You'll see a clip of him pulled out where it's worse than what he's calling people out for, and you're like, wait a second.
Yeah, I saw him even today still going at Keemstar. It's
hardcore,
give it up, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, and it's the worst.
Nobody, most people already know Keemstar's a piece of shit. Most people already know that.
What he called the Keemstar out for was 5 years old stuff, and then the Etika stuff. But the Etika stuff is so sad because Etika looked up to Keemstar and wanted to be a part of Keem's show, wanted to be on Drama Alert. Etika's parents reached out to Keem and were like, I'm sorry, the internet's blaming you for his death. He loved you, and it's it sucks that people can use that as an attack. But the other stuff, it's stuff Keem's apologized for, and worked through. But it keeps getting ripped open and re-let out into the world.
There's worse stuff Keem said and done than that.
He's done some pretty terrible stuff.
Yeah,
but
there's some way worse stuff. You can go back and look at the Etika thing, and you can say, yeah, that was really wrong of him to do this and that. I don't think he caused him to kill himself. Yeah. He may have been an underlying factor.
No, Etika himself on his way to his stream before he killed himself was I love Keem. This isn't Keemstar. It's
either way, sure, that's probably true, but there's worse stuff Keem's done. I remember the first time Keem got canceled too.
Which time was that?
And you know what? Nicholas Diorio put out that video where Keemstar's H3 went too far. They're going after people's sponsors. And then he'll play a video from 10 years ago of Keem going after people's sponsors. And then Keem's no one's ever gone after people's sponsors before. And then there's a video of Keem going after people's sponsors.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And he doesn't forget this shit. I think it's all ego. I think ego is one of the biggest blinders for people. When you get so up into smelling your own shit and thinking it smells like roses, you can convince yourself anything. You're always the victim. You're always right. No matter what. I think we're the best at fooling ourselves.
Not me. I try and fool myself all the time, but I'm too smart. I catch on. I'm like, dude, chill out. You can't get one over on me. And it's true.
Mimi.
Yeah. It's true.
I wish we could go back downtown and do our bike rides again. Remember when we did that?
Did they throw those bikes away? They can't be sterilized, can they?
Well, they can be sterilized, but not when people are using it. They can't constantly be sterilized. Actually, they suspended operations until the COVID thing's over.
Yeah.
That was so much fun.
I like those bikes.
Sweet Boy Delivery.
Bing, bing.
We're delivering smiles.
Yeah, this COVID thing has really killed my live streaming IRL live streams. I just don't feel right going out and doing anything. I try to do a few.
Out, but
I try to do a few. I gave out a bunch of weed on one, social distance. I come up with a mask and everything and hand the weed with the gloves on and stuff. And I was like, have some free weed, guys. And then I'd go back in my car. And I had Facebook open, so I'd have all my friends around say, I'm here. Come drop some weed off to me. I'd just go give them weed. And it was fun. But
it's hard with bars closed because that's where most of your shit came from. And then even we had the idea for a while of you hitting up, like the stadiums after a sporting event's getting out or something, because there's always tons of people on the street when that happens, but that's not happening. There's just, the type of places you'd normally go, you can't go.
Yeah.
And you're not like Captain Content where you go to like an alt-right rally, right?
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Although I wish I would have went to the one with Sacha Baron Cohen. Oh my God.
That would have been hilarious.
If I would have been tipped off on that, I probably would have called you and been like, "Hey Ben,
yeah,
let's push the show back. I got to drive to Olympia tonight."
Yeah. We don't normally stream this long in the normal show, but I thought we'd do this here on Twitch. I'm thankful for honestly, our view count tonight was only a couple hundred lower than what we normally get on YouTube now.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Because YouTube doesn't put us in the sub feed. It doesn't alert anyone that we're live. I think Twitch is doing a better job of that now. So that doesn't mean we're switching to Twitch. I'm just saying it's fucked up. Like we've put so many hours into YouTube, and I feel like they're fucking us really bad.
They're giving us the backwards handshake.
We're making, some of these videos were years old. They had already been approved for monetization. We're making, a couple bucks a month off of them, but all of them together added up, and they just kind of pulled that now. So, and I don't feel right about switching to Twitch completely, because I guess a lot of our viewers can't view us on Twitch for some reason. I guess, I don't know. I don't understand why. I've literally never had a problem watching Twitch.
What we
before.
need is to take all the old episodes, send them through to like some sweatshop worker at a computer in a third world country, have them go through, edit them down to like 15-minute clips of the funniest stuff, best stuff, cut out all the edginess, mute the edginess, re-upload them on a safe channel, and then make like $2.
What if YouTube Gaming offered us like a kind of okay deal? Like let's say they offered us like guaranteed $200 a stream.
YouTube Gaming or Facebook Gaming?
Facebook Gaming. Did I say YouTube? I meant
You
Facebook.
said YouTube, yeah.
Facebook Gaming.
Well, they don't even do non-gaming content. They're focusing on gaming content.
Is it only gaming?
I think that's what they
It'll
say.
change. It'll change just
yeah.
like Twitch did.
Ironically, Irrelevant says, I have YouTube Premium and have never missed a notification from any channel I've been subscribed to, and some I haven't. Sounds like a paywall.
It might be. I mean, legitimately, I know people that have been subscribed to us for years and watch every episode, and they don't get a notification, and it's not in the sub feed. And I've heard YouTube literally tweeted at me saying that if a video gets flagged as a community guidelines violation, then they hide it from searches until someone manually reviews it. And they're like, well, and because of COVID, we don't have as many people to manually review these videos. So that seems like a horrible exploit that, people who are acting in bad faith can abuse. Like the Brett Keens and Von Heltons of the world, could do this shit. It's fucked up. It shouldn't be that easy to game their system. Do you remember the reply channels where like you could do like a video reply to any video and you would automatically show up in the recommended for that video?
Yeah, they had.
And then girls with big boobs.
Reply girls.
Yeah, they would, even if they didn't know what the fuck the video was even talking about, they'd put on a low-cut shirt and just talk about whatever the video was about, and they would make all this fucking money. They get all these crazy views because someone would be watching the popular video that got 2 million views, and then they'd see a girl with big boobs in the thumbnail down below, and they'd click on that. And back then, a click was like, you'd get like $20 for one click back then.
Yeah.
Well, that's why that's why YouTube banned those replies, because the reply girls were doing that kind of shit. it's always like a few bad apples that everyone gets punished for. It's so stupid.
Like right now, you can't verify anybody's YouTube username on your channel.
Right.
You can't see their profile.
Yeah, what the fuck is that? You can't tell if they're a troll or the real person unless they have a check mark.
It's because of all the girls that were going in and saying, "I'm sexy, come to my
the
site
kissy
now."
face?
The kissy
Dude,
face
that's so
girls.
stupid, though. They're breaking their own website. They're creating more problems trying to fix a not so bad problem.
Well, I guess people were getting fished or whatever.
Well, they're
out of it.
stupid.
Well,
I knew
YouTube-
that was bullshit. I would ban them every time I saw
I
them.
tried to click on 4 or 5 of them, but then they wouldn't go on dates with me.
Only one of them was real.
Yeah, and well, real being it was like a old man with hairy balls. Good guy.
Not as good as an old
second
man
date
with
material.
shaved balls.
Yeah, shave them, old men.
Dude, I use that Manscaped ball shaver. Amazing.
I'm jealous.
It gave me like ball, what do they call it? Toner, ball skin toner.
Ben, how come whenever we get an advertisement, you get all the good ones and I get all the bad ones?
What do you mean?
Like when we got those Cybersonic butt plugs we were advertising for, I had to be the one to test them, but you get the cool ball shaver.
Prove me you don't have one in right now.
They're discreet.
That's a good advertisement. A long time ago, DP did an ad campaign for Casper mattress, and I got a free bed out of it.
That's pretty sweet.
Free California King.
A Cali King?
Yeah.
I don't like Cali Kings
They're
because they're
longer.
taller, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like wider. Because I don't want my bed to be taller. I want it to be wider.
But you can just turn it and make it the way you want it.
That's strange, isn't it?
I mean, not
because it's not as because it's
as
not
long as your
wide.
legs aren't hanging
The
off.
Cali Kings aren't as wide.
I think they're longer and wider.
No, they're longer, but not as wide.
They're not as wide.
No, I like the width. Because like if
You like girth over length.
My dude. My dude. I just want more room side to side in my bed. So that if I'm there with like 1 or 2 or 4 other people, we're not crunched. I don't have to throw one of my subordinates down at the foot of the bed and kick them around. It's not fair. No, I don't want her sitting puppy dog style at the bottom of the bed. He or her. You don't know. Shit gets weird.
Yeah.
Doom, doom, doom. But that's why I was gonna get a California King when I was bed shopping.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, wait, it's not as wide?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's just taller. Which is cool. If you
I like to make
tall.
snow angels in bed, you know?
I like to make snow anals.
Snow anals?
Ayo. Boom boom. Love you, Billy Gray.
You do? Is he drunk?
Probably.
I like keeping Billy Gray around because no matter how much of an alcoholic I become, he'll always be worse and I'll always look better in comparison.
Zack Attack
That's why
says-
he hasn't been banned
Zack
yet.
Attack says Billy is still a virgin. He loves talking about sex like it was a contest. No, Zack Attack, I didn't talk about sex. I was talking about how many people I fit in my bed. Why is that a sex thing, dude? I'm talking about cuddle parties. You don't have friendos over for cuddle parties? What's wrong with you? I'm a virgin until death.
I saw a cuddle party at the furry con that I went to.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was like a room where they put up like shit around the walls and made it into like a tunnel. It was really weird how they did this to this hotel room. And there's just a bunch of furries, some in fursuits, some in not, all like hugging on each other.
Yeah.
And Jeff was really drunk and he fell over and like knocked the wall over.
I remember going to like a rave, one of those big raves that are sponsored.
Oh,
It was
they,
at
yeah,
the-
they have those there
It
too.
was at the Safeco Field or whatever. And they had cuddle puddles all over that place. And everybody was like trying
That's
to
not
pull me
COVID
into them.
safe.
Oh, no, this is 20 years ago. I probably went, I don't know, 18, 15 years ago. And everybody would come up and rub on my body because they were high. And I'm like, I don't like raves. Get off me. Now I'd probably be like, all right, touch me. Post-COVID. Cuddle puddles are cute if you're drunken at a party. Dude, cuddle puddles are cute if you have cute people in your cuddle puddle. Deal with it. Deal with it. Deal with it. What's the most you've ever lost in a coin toss, friendo? My dignity.
Your dignity.
Yeah.
The dignity toss.
I know everybody was on MDMA. I know that. I wasn't.
Yeah, that causes that kind of shit to happen.
I don't even know
a lot.
why I was at the fucking rave. I think my aunt bought tickets for me and my cousin to go.
The worst thing ever is going to a rave when everyone's on MDMA, but you're on Adderall.
Yeah.
That doesn't mix well.
Yeah, I'm like, you're over here trying to cuddle puddle. I'm just trying to do my homework. Could you guys chill out? I got some equations.
Yeah, and I was always really bad at math, so.
Ayo. You're all stem jock lynching? Nice.
What does that mean?
Jock lynching when you're on MDMA. You're
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Jaw clanks and creaks and pops. Yeah, baby.
I always get the yawns on those kind of drugs, too.
The yawns?
Yeah.
Somebody offered me a bunch of mushrooms the other day, and I was going to take them. I was going to actually take them, and then I forgot to collect. I really screwed myself.
Well, take them when you're at home, like, surrounded by only good feelings.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to do.
Oh, if you do it, play Animal Crossing. That'd
be a pretty chill.
You have to dim the lights and chill, like make sure only people you're comfortable, so make sure Joe's gone, are around. Oh, Joe's preoccupied right now anyway.
He's got baby.
Yeah.
I think I might like rent a U-Haul truck and turn the back of the U-Haul truck into like a full-on like
your trip zone,
fill it with like bean bags and like fluffy walls and beautiful neon lights, and just drive it somewhere and sit there and play Animal Crossing until I'm done.
Don't drive until you're done.
Well, yeah, I'll just park it overnight and get lit.
Like my worst, the worst thing that happens to me when I do shrooms is I get a stomach ache. Sometimes they cause a stomach ache,
a tummy bunkle.
Yeah, and then like you end up like farting it out later or whatever. It's it can get bad though, because that harshes your mellow a lot to get a bad stomach ache when you feel all crazy and trippy.
Yeah, that was not good.
But the ones in Amsterdam that I get, those don't cause any stomach ache that I've ever experienced. They're little. They're like little peanuts, so you don't taste the nasty because they taste really bad.
Amsterdam's got the best
that I've had. They're not actual shrooms. They're truffles, so it's like pre-shroom stage growing underground. Wow, we've kept this going for a while. We should probably end it.
We're 3 hours deep.
Yeah, this will be uploaded to YouTube later. I'll probably, I don't know, maybe I'll edit some of it out and try to get I'm gonna see what do they need to monetize a video, because literally they demonetized actual Mania promo videos where we don't say anything weird. You know, it
really is not any sort of.
I just don't think we're gonna get monetized there anymore. That's the bottom line.
We'll see. We're gonna let this one try and go through review, or
yeah, I'll upload it and try to see if it gets accepted, and then I guess if not, maybe I'll clip out what I think was naughty. But I tried to be extra good because it was Twitch too. So
they're gonna ban us for fighting about sausages.
Yeah, that's part of the TOS. No fighting about sausages.
What if they look at the jackalopes fighting?
Oh, those were rabbits, not jackalopes.
Okay, good. We're fine then.
No, that was cute.
That was cute.
They didn't even get hurt. They were like slapping each other.
Just cute.
Anyway, good night, everybody.
Good night.
See you Tuesday or Thursday.
See you next Tuesday or Thursday.
Wednesday.
See you tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
See you
Sorry,
tomorrow.
We're tomorrow live.
But for those of you watching on YouTube, we won't see you tomorrow.
Oh shit.
I should turn off that goddamn internet.
Oh, don't touch me. Don't touch me. TP, are they gonna touch me?
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.